But this is just I don't want to subject it to a lack of mental health or mental understanding, but I don't see how this happens without something being wrong with this young man. If this is what happened, we don't know what happened.
I think first and foremost, well, let's just keep it on men.
Right.
Men have to learn how to accept rejection.
Oh, yes, that's exactly what I was saying.
100%.
You know, and it starts from young. I think, obviously, even though he was no longer part of the team, you know, people get a certain amount of clout or notoriety and they feel like they're entitled to certain things or things should come easy to them because of who they are and the talent they were blessed with. So when they get rejected in any form, way, or fashion, they take it really wrong. So I think, you know, we then need to start teaching or learning how to deal with rejection. And rejection isn't easy, obviously, but there's certain ways you handle it. And I think it starts from young. I remember I saw this tweet a couple weeks ago where this little boy, I think he texted his dad about this girl that didn't accept his invitation, and he was like, "I'm giving you lunch money, and I want you to buy everybody everything except for her." I'm like, you know, it's kind of like
sounds mad toxic.
Yeah, facts. Right. So now you automatically putting in this little kid's mind that he gotta flex or he gotta
Punisher.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Or you know, what's not for you is not for you, and what's for you is for you.
Right.
You know, take it and go. You know, it's getting real scary out here. I can't even lie. I think that's unfortunate. That woman, and then it's kind of like, what are these women supposed to do? And I'm not even trying to panic because some of them.
Oh no, this is not nowhere close to me.
Some of them is like, all right, well, you know, I'll give him a number just so I feel, you know, just so he doesn't do anything or participate. And that's unfortunate because why would somebody have to participate in something they're not comfortable with just to get home safe? But you know, it's unfortunate. But so yeah, from young you just gotta teach these young boys, yo, when somebody doesn't like you, that doesn't mean it's the end of the world, you know? You gotta just take that and whatever emotions you feel, learn how to express it in a healthy manner. But for him, yeah, throw him under the jail.
Yeah, it makes sense. That's what went on, man. Throw him under it at this point, like. It is what it is. Like we don't condone any of that shit. That shit is sick.
Yo, I feel like as far as the law goes, I feel like shit gotta get start getting tougher for niggas. Period. So it's like if the death penalty was really a thing, like for real, I think people think twice. You know what I'm saying? Like you do some stupid shit and you know you get caught, you go and die. Or if you do some. Back in the days, you know, you rape somebody, get your dick cut off and all of that stuff. I feel like you got to go to extreme because that's the only way people learn. Like, you see something happen to somebody, oh, wow, I don't want that to happen to me.
Right.
So, you know, I really feel like we got to start going to the extreme.
Well, you get multiple offenders that's so used to jail that don't affect them.
Yeah, it don't affect them anymore. Or the process of rehabilitating somebody isn't even as thorough as it used to be. So they just sitting in jail. You sitting up there for a couple of years, and you come out, you back doing the same shit. You don't really learn anything. So
did we just speak about the other day how like someone did something to get locked back up because they like being in jail?
Last week someone was asking like it's easier to get for them to be in jail because they get 3 square meals a day. They don't have to worry about bills. They don't have to worry about anybody. But just sucks. Waking up, going to sleep, eating, they get to go to the gym every day. They get to read, and it sucks because sometimes that is a better life for those people. Because sometimes life on the outside is way worse because you got to figure it out.
Yeah, for real.
You know what I mean? But also, just even this ties back to more like the demos. Like, everybody shouldn't be able to just go grab a gun.
And I think his mans that gave him the gun, he's getting in trouble for it too. If I'm not mistaken, I think
They've both been charged with capital murder.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah,
Good.
that's what should.
I'm also like, how did they, like, I feel like kids that age shouldn't be walking around being able to go in the store and grab a gun. Like, it's not like, because, you know, when, and this is gonna sound super crazy, but when kids are in the streets and they're dealing with street shit and you're 18, 19 and you go get one illegally, not that I understand it, but that's just what it is. That's what it is. That's just what it is. But the fact that a kid that's not doing any of that, that doesn't come from that can just go in the store, go buy a gun, no matter what the age is, to me, that's such an issue. Because you're just having it just because.
Having the liberty to do it.
You have it just for the liberty.
Yeah.
Just because it's whatever, I can go buy a gun. In Virginia, you can just have a driver's license and you're over the age of, I think it's 20 or 19, and just go buy a gun. You don't need a license, you don't need a background check, nothing. To me, it's like, what? So,
Like how lenient.
bro, these are deadly weapons. Like, what are we talking about here?
Facts. And Shorty's a mother too.
Right. And it's like, my thing is, if you're in a situation where you gotta defend yourself and you get it illegal, hey, who am I to judge? Trust me.
Yeah.
I'm not that person. Like, if you gotta get it how you get it, I'm not tripping on that. But the fact that the legal system allows you to get it just out of convenience, I just want one in the crib.
Do you feel like the justice system should be black and white?
What do you mean? Explain that a little more.
So, for example, you see how we could kind of lean into understanding on certain people's circumstances, but
Yeah.
the law is black and white. So, for example, little TJ got arrested for carrying a gun. That man got shot, 11 times?
For sure.
I think black and white is, okay, you're not supposed to have a firearm in the state of New York. Understanding comes with, yo, this guy just got shot 11 times. I kind of understand why he's carrying a gun.
TJ he gotta get armed security.
I feel you.
I'm not even like, with me, I don't care. Even if, listen, I'm gonna be honest, even if I also have a gun on me, you shouldn't even be able to get to me. There should be 10 people next to me with a gun.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get in 10 feet. If I just got shot, you're not gonna get in 10 feet of me.
At a certain point, you gotta, I mean, besides who's in your circle, close or not, family or not, you gotta protect your own. And I feel like if you're up, like not Connie was talking about, like at that point, you're up. You're not filthy fucking rich, but I feel like you should have the sense of security, knowing that you can go anywhere and having people around you. Like for instance, for Drake to walk around without security is wild.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Right, like this man comes into New York, he's stopping traffic.
No, yeah. When Drake comes to, he's like the president.
Yeah.
I've been in where it's 6 cars around him.
Like this video of his like car.
It's large stop roads.
Yeah.
I think that stop roads and like they'll come out just preemptively waiting if anything happens.
And my thing is, even let's take your point, right? If you're in a space where you can't afford the luxury to protect yourself, you have to understand that and stay your ass home. I know it sounds crazy. If you cannot protect yourself
outside for work.
No, that's what I'm saying. If you're at a point in your job where it's that dangerous, that's like saying you're a cop, but they can't afford a partner for you. Okay, nigga, I'm not gonna work. How about that?
It's like a mandatory expense.
Exactly. Like, bro, imagine you being a cop and you gotta go arrest somebody, but you're by yourself, and it's a hood. You going through the hood. What?
Yeah, that's the reason
We're gonna beat the shit out of you, and you're not taking none of us.
If not kill you with your own shit.
So it's like in the same way they would probably, the cops have a routine how somebody kicks in the door first, somebody goes in first. Bro, you have security to do that, and unfortunately, if you're not in a place to do that, you can't go certain places. You go perform somewhere else where you don't have those worries. If you're gonna perform in dangerous places, make sure your security is tight, where you're not walking around with a hammer on your.
Yeah.
Like, to me, it don't make sense.
Yeah. So that's why I was trying to figure out, should the law be black or white, or should it be like case by case?
No, I do think it should be case by case, though. That doesn't affect with that. Everybody's case should be taken separately and understood differently. That doesn't change that concept for me, but at the same time, bro,
He should know better.
just like, unfortunately, yes, your bottom line is going to be less because you got to get more security. Yes, if as a rapper, well, I don't know what check to check looks like, but yeah, you might have to live a little bit check to check to make sure you're protected.
Yeah.
When you're going, if you have beef in New York, get more security in New York. You probably don't got beef in Oklahoma, so you're fine. Like, you can get less.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To me, that's what it is. But especially when you're young, it's like I want to, take care of myself.
Exactly. On the case.
It is what it is.
I wish there's nothing wrong with that, but
Since we're kind of on the topic, I think I had a question that of a video that I saw on Twitter. Do you guys believe in excessive force of defense? So I saw, to give you background to my question, I was on Twitter and there was a video of what seemed like somebody had a gun and went into an establishment to rob a place, right?
Yeah.
And then somebody that was in said establishment had a gun on them. So the person was trying to rob the place. That at some point kind of turned their back to that individual, and then the person who was in there already who had a gun shot them 4 times in the back, pop, pop, pop. And then when that person dropped, the person walked up to them and then shot them in the head. Do y'all think that there's excessive force when it comes to self-defense? Do you think that's the thing? There's a lot of people in the comment section of said video saying oh, that was overkill, this and that.
you a limit? Is there
There was just people in the comment section just basically saying that was overkill, that person did too much, X, Y, and Z. Me personally, I don't. So, but because if you're going into an establishment trying to rob a place with a gun, what happens to you that follows that you signed up for?
Yeah. What state this was in?
I don't even think it was in the States, honestly. I think it might have been I don't know if it was maybe Rico or DR or some shit like that. It didn't seem like it was over here. I feel like if it was over here, it would have been a different. It seemed like it was out of
I'm gonna keep it honest with you. I gotta make it home. Ain't no such thing as an overkill. I gotta make it home.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you go into an establishment with a gun trying to rob the place, sticking it up.
Yeah, because you gotta think about it. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt not to do anything to me.
What you say? What you signed up for? So if you get pulled 4 times in the back and you on the ground, if that person chooses to walk up to you and get you in the head just cause to make sure this shit is done deal, I get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I saw a whole lot of people outraged talking about it was overkill. And I was like, that's crazy. I think that's crazy that that's overkill.
You can't determine anybody's reaction.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say that too. You can't pick and choose how somebody chooses to defend them.
I always tell people, if you slap me and I punch you, don't be mad because I didn't slap you back. That's just how life, that's what I decided to do.
That's a fair point.
That's how I live my life like that, bro. When you decide to do anything, you cannot determine anybody's reaction. In anything in life.
I also think is when it comes to I guess we say violence, but protecting yourself it's you or me.
That's
Yeah, 100%.
I feel like in general everyone has that type of survival instinct. It's you and me. Like Ellie said, I gotta make it home.
I gotta make it home.
I gotta make all my family.
It may seem to others, but it's yo, bro, this is my life.
Yeah, you shoot him 4 times and somehow he ain't die. He managed to reach his shit.
We seen worse.
Yeah,
we seen worse.
There'll be some crazy ass incidences where I could and always still make.
I've seen we seen 5 times, we seen 9 times, and niggas wake up.
I was just curious. I saw that Twitter video, and then people were just saying it was overkill. And I was like, I don't think that.
Excessive force into self-defense, I don't believe that even exists. Whatever happens to you when you decide to open that door is what's going to happen to you.
Yeah, that's what you signed up for.
Yeah. Unless, because we talk about lives of country women, I think that is a completely different ball game. But in terms of as a man, if you raise a gun to me, you don't got to fire it. But if I fire mine, that's your business.
Sorry to cut you off.
Okay.
Was the excessive force content and comment in regards to the UFC guy?
Yeah, we talked about Dana White last week about him just
How you felt about his statement yesterday?
It was probably the worst response to something you did wrong I've ever witnessed in my entire life.
Yeah, the only reason why I asked that is because of his statement. He was like, "Yo, what do you want me to do? Leave an absence for 6
He
years?"
literally told us there's nothing anybody could do. I'm going to do what I want.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah,
And then
crazy.
I think we looked up that it is publicly traded, right? I think we looked it up. It's publicly traded. So that means there is something people can do, but that's a choice. If enough stockholders say, "Hey,"
I was just about to ask you, can you see the stock drop?
That's a good question. If we look at the UFC stock, but it's probably not even named. What is it probably named? But
It's under because it's under. It's like a sister.
United. Yeah, it's not directly that, but no matter what the case may be, if enough stockholders decide, hey, we've seen it with the NBA teams when the horny white guys are racist. Right. We've seen it. It's not like this can't be done. And then what I've also understood is that if you make enough outrage about something, something gets done. I blame ESPN. I blame our major media pundits. I don't blame Dana White. As a white man who's going to protect your business, you're supposed to do that. You're supposed to say there's nothing to do. Him walking around like he's the president of the United States, no one can touch me.
Yeah, that man literally went out and said, like,
I can do what I want.
He was like, the real consequences is the stigma that comes with it. That I have to get, yo, bro.
Oh, you are full of shit.
That's really bold, bro.
And then that's
where you really see white privilege for real.
That's what I said last week.
Yeah, for real. And like my man Ray Rice can't even hasn't played football since. You know what I'm saying?
And like we said last week, I've watched niggas kill people over COVID and all this other stuff. And I always say, I am non-biased. Whether I'm as vaccinated as can be, but the way the media treats Kyrie Irving is unfair. I saw Stephen A. Smith call him a cancer to teams, a cancer to people. I'm like, but Dana White is, he made a mistake. Come on, bro. We're not finna do that. We're not finna do that. And I think that, and then, no, wait, it's a good time. It's good that you point this up because Stephen A. responded to everybody that said something to him.
And what was Stephen A's response?
Stephen A. said that if you know us, we don't go soft on anybody.
Oh, please.
I'm like, Steve, cut it out. And then somebody on ESPN's backroom team, I guess I don't know. I don't know who you would call it. Maybe the analyst team, they were like, hey, we got an email that said you're explicitly not supposed to speak about Dana White. I'm like, so then we're right.
Yeah.
So stop. Just cut it out. Because then I'll understand more if Stephen A. If that's how you live your life and that's how you feed your family, and you say, hey, I can't say nothing about this because it's how I feed my family. Don't pretend like the people that are calling you out are doing something wrong.
Yeah, like they bug.
Because that's nasty. Because now everything that people believe in, it's gone. It's all bullshit now. And that is where the honesty in media, there's a fine line, right? It's like, I'm going to be super honest. I'm going to say what I want. But the minute I can't say it, I'm not going to tell you I can't say it. So now it's like the idolization about how great you are disappears. Because I don't think you're that great. That means you're controlled by them. Because if you really felt strongly enough, and I'm not saying he should have did this, if you really felt strongly enough about domestic violence that you were really against that, then okay, guess what? I'm not coming to work today until we can speak about this candidly.
Yeah. Like O'Shannon did.
Right.
When it came to Skip's.
You said, hey, I'm not coming to work and y'all do what y'all want to do. You replace me if you want to. But the thing is, what I've noticed is in media, everyone talks about taking a risk, but they're not actually willing to. And only a few people I've seen, hey, the Jamel Hills, her co-host, Michael, they decided, okay, you think we're not going to be able to do this on our own? We're going to do this on our own.
Yeah.
They're not willing to take the risk. Stephen A. Smith goes on, talks about how he was underpaid for mad long. I didn't hear about a raise.
He's still underpaid.
He does 8 shows. Yeah,
he's still
not counting the Fox. What I'm saying, he's the one that said he's underpaid. So it's like, all right, if y'all not doing anything about it, it kind of just comes off like, okay, so what?
You know what they say? The old cliche saying, "Stay for something and fall for nothing." So,
and that's how I feel about it. I don't care that Dana White's your friend. If my friend, let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell everybody I'm cool with or friends with. If I see y'all on the video punching your wife 6 to 7 times,
I always let's have this topic.
Okay, that's great.
Let's have this topic.
Yes.
I always wanted to know, right?
Because a lot of our friends ain't cancel earlier.
You're right. I'm let me watch my words real quick.
Let me think about
what I'm gonna say. All right, so you catch your man doing some egregious shit.
Okay.
Are you cutting him off, protecting yourself from the association with the person? Because how does that discipline him or the person? So, for example, let's say we don't know what Bobby, right? All right, so we don't put nothing on Bobby. All right, so random Bobby, our man's Bobby. We see a video of Bobby hitting his girl. And you know the outrage, all y'all niggas be supporting these niggas. All right, so bet. We no longer fucking with Bobby.
Okay.
Is that integrity on our part, or are we just saving face to no longer associating with Bobby?
It's a great question.
Because I feel like half the time it's just saving face for the non-association. Because me, I'm gonna walk lightly. I'm gonna black and Bobby like, yo, bro, what the fuck are you doing?
For sure.
Bro?
But that's me. That's no matter what. You're blacking on him no matter what. But it's about you're asking how you're gonna be public facing.
Yeah, I think public facing period. People just cut the person off just so they can't be a part of that. The association, and that doesn't really help.
Y'all have to have that conversation regardless, public facing or not. Like you black on your man's no matter what. How you handle it publicly, I'll be honest with you. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell y'all. Okay, I'm gonna keep it clean. Y'all not about to fuck my life up.
Yeah.
Because you had this awful moment in your life. If you got a little charge, we gonna get through that. In terms of you got a DUI, oh, so what, bro? We find that we got a couple $1,000, we fine. I don't care. So what? Everybody does that. I'm talking about there's a video out of you hitting a girl, of you doing some support, if you're doing some shit that is not, hey, I'm gonna talk to you first, and I'm gonna tell you too, because we've seen this firsthand. How see, look. Or I'm gonna denounce you publicly, but we still friends in private.
Yeah.
Cause I see, you niggas running around with that nigga that still be dancing in this club. And I don't care. Cause I'm tough. I don't care.
Still go there.
Y'all still gonna be party. Y'all still like. Y'all still. I don't fucking at all.
There, nah, I feel that.
Y'all still go there. And I see everybody's podcast about him. Hey, listen, that's fine.
Yeah.
Cool. Listen.
That's tough.
But it's true though.
No, I've seen it.
It's true.
But listen, I'm saying like.
That's what I'm saying.
So, but in terms of that, like, if you have your own feelings internally, if you still want to be friends, I don't judge y'all. That's fine. Like, not that it's fine, don't get me wrong, but I don't judge y'all. But when it comes to something that is very public, you need to denounce not even him, but what he did publicly.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't agree with this. I don't fuck with this at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you've been with a nigga 20 years and who am I to tell you shouldn't be around this person? Because that person has 2 or 3 moments of weakness. I'm not God. I'm not judge and jury.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pretend I am.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But at the same time, like, you can't support what he did publicly though.
Yeah.
Because that's what we're not gonna do. Because that is a very clear that's wrong.
Yeah, because I've seen a lot of people go with the well, she hit him first.
We can't do that. What we can do is we can do 2 things at once. We can acknowledge that did happen, but also
You can't take away from the fact that what comes after.
he treated her like a Tekken fighter. Nigga went game break off. I was like, yo, what's going on with the nigga? And Dana White is still a fighter. We'll keep. Like, if a nigga fight him in the street, you might lose. He a big dude.
Yeah, so that's OD.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Yeah, I get it. But I was always iffy with the whole, like, yo, denounce me and the denouncing of the friendship. It seems always to save face for the person and not.
Do you judge people that denounce it in public, but you know they kick it with them in private?
Do I judge them? No. But do I think they corny? Yes. That's corny, bro. That's corny.
No, I do both.
Because the public thing is like you more
To save your image.
yeah, and that you more concerned about what other people thinking
About you.
Oh, but what if that's your job though? Your job sometimes the job is making sure that
The image is good.
like my thing is with Stephen A and them, right? Is if the place that employs him tells him you can't say shit,
Yeah.
or this is it for you and that's your only source of income, because like I said, I'm not in Stephen A's pockets, but it seems like his podcast, his other show, all of it's on ESPN. So I'm like, all right, I get it, I understand it, but maybe because I have this fantasy thought of like, I think Stephen A can figure it out no matter what.
Yeah, for sure.
That's in my head.
Yeah.
So what? Like we as creators, it's like the creators that we look up to, we follow that. Nobody can tell us what to do.
Yeah, but see, the crazy thing, I think he got fired from ESPN before for stepping up the jumping off the porch. So I guess he don't want.
But that's not a jump off the porch. A jump off the porch is me saying something I shouldn't say. This is what ESPN should support.
Corporately,
yeah.
that would be him jumping off the porch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if he did take that risk, he would then have to, tighten up his boots and get to it.
Do you think Stephen A can sell a show tomorrow for $100 million?
Hell yeah.
Boom. There we go.
Hell yeah.
There we go.
I feel like he can do that on his own.
And I hate to say stuff like that, but understanding the landscape of media and podcasting.
But he might get blacked out though. That's the crazy
Like
part.
blackballed.
Not blackballed in itself, because I feel like he has enough of a fan base to do it, to go indie, but to go to these games and get to the type of airwaves and shit like that and the type of platforms. I think he's dealing with media for real. Like, there's only 6 of these niggas running this shit.
But listen, the thing is, Stephen A only does all the sports because he has no choice, in my opinion.
Yeah.
He is a basketball analyst.
Yeah.
The basketball we here.
Yeah.
We here for you. If you took that stand, we here. We here. It's the same league that when that didn't play in the bubble when so like I maybe I'm an optimist, but like
for sure.
I feel like if Stephen A decided, I really stand on this, so I'm not gonna commentate, and that's why your question was good, because I think him and Dana White must actually be friends, because I think
you just be.
I think they're friends.
I'm not. Yeah, no. Maybe they are. I'm not even gonna say.
But he came back and was like,
it just looks bad for Stephen A. after his Jerry Jones comment. So you doubling down again for the white man?
Yeah.
That shit, nah, bro.
I think he's friends with all these people.
That shit crazy to me though, because like you said earlier, that nigga did not hold any punches with Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta be friends with Kyrie.
He talked about Kyrie for 8 months straight. About a vaccine that at this point in life is questionable.
He protested that Kyrie get fired from the NBA. I've never seen
I've never seen anything like that, bro.
Any NBA player ever get fired.
No, he was wild.
You know what I'm saying? Like
really wild.
OJ Mayo got kicked out of the league because he cursed.
Well, he did crack, so let's not let it. He did crack.
You know what I'm saying?
If y'all think he's doing crack in the league, hey, get these niggas out here. Get these thugs off the street.
But we talking about a person getting fired.
Yeah.
That would have been insane if Kyrie would have got fired
For number one, not want to do that, and two, like, and it doesn't take away from, like I said last week, from Kyrie being wrong of how he handled things.
Yeah.
I think Kyrie handled things immaturely. I think he was immature about, like, he didn't want to, I shouldn't have did this, shouldn't have did that. But in terms of how people dealt with him, like he was some fucking crazy, like, let's stop doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And to see how people are treating Dana White, like he is, we can't say shit, so he's got too much money. All right, boss. So that's just where I'm at with that. And I don't want to say this. If Disney keeps rejecting my applications. Fuck Disney. I've been applying to Disney and ESPN. They will not hire me for shit. So fuck Dana White and all them niggas. I don't give a fuck. Stephen A. kissed my ass too. Ain't behind me. Molly single. I don't know what's going on. I don't care. I don't care. All right. What do we got? This woman that's having 7 sons.
Yeah.
Oh, the cop.
The cop. Yeah, let me click on this man.
Shout out to her, boy.
Yeah, I didn't even know she was pregnant for like.
Yo.
Honestly, bro, I hate like public systems. Cause honestly, what's wrong with what she did?
I'll be honest with you, she cried.
What you mean?
You're not going to judge.
What does fine mean in this context?
You're not going to judge.
It's not good.
What do you mean she not even fired?
Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
husband of Tennessee cop going wild. That's a crazy headline.
That is bro. And this is
Stands
daily.
by his wife and tries to salvage his
Yeah,
marriage.
he a trooper.
No, that means they've been doing this.
Nah, that means her throat is crazy.
Unbelievable. Wow.
That's.
We not gonna-
I'm not saying I'm not screaming. I'm just that's.
Yo, he not trying to lose his best either, bro.
No, that means they do this. They does this. Like, this is
That's
not.
don't bring a damn on.
Or
freaky.
or he did some wild shit. She rebelled, and now they even.
Rebel
That ain't
was 6
even. What did you do? Yeah, what? I don't know what he did. That doesn't make it even.
But the exactly.
That's crazy. And she's smiling, just walking outside, walking her dog.
She
did that shit.
She protected Oliver.
She did that shit.
So if you guys don't know what's going on, there's been a recent story that's come out that a Tennessee police officer has been fired because she's had an affair with 6 different officers on the force.
That's-
and all 7 officers have been fired. But
I thought you was suspended or some shit.
not at all.
All that clear?
Oh, that's it.
Good. Get these pigs off the street. These heathens.
That's calling me. Why are they firing them?
Because it's wrong society.
Oh, hold on. Hold on.
Yo, wait.
Hold on, no. Let me highlight this part. The married lady performed oral sex on colleagues while on duty. Oh, that's a
That's why I said, look. He did not want to lose his best eater, bro. That's it, bro.
Hold on. Had affairs and proposed threesomes with another officer and his wife, and whipped off her bikini top at a Girls Gone Wild house party. First of all, you cops is freaks. All right, let me tell you something.
Wow.
Wait, do I have any other?
Yo, that's crazy. The dog is neutered.
Yeah, she is a bug out.
Now, that's crazy. Yo, listen.
Honestly, I think what you're saying doesn't like very now.
Oh, see, and look, the baby face stop. Why did they put it like this? Okay, the officer. I'm not gonna say what it is. The officer, told the cop, the whole cop clique, that she was in an open marriage.
Oh,
And tried to recruit the sheriff deputy husband for her swinging sessions.
okay. So this is their thing.
That's what I'm saying. So what's the problem?
It's because it's at work.
She was throwing him in the mailroom.
Word. Locker room, mail room,
No, well, I mean, we don't know that.
interview.
And they were using the cuffs for the wrong reason.
We know that. We know that.
Talk about being cuffed up.
That's
Listen, let me tell you.
that's tough.
I'm not losing my best eater, boy. Especially if we in an open joint. Nah.
No, I understand.
I'm gonna stick beside him.
I get the husband. If you're in an open relationship, bro, what's to him it's like, I knew this.
But
Like,
the thing is, alright, so would it be more shame upon if it wasn't that work?
I mean, we just seen that shit happen to Doku. That nigga still can't get a job.
man,
Because I think with the problem,
like, y'all lucky it was in Palm during that time.
I think the problem is that she did that work.
Yeah, that shit at work. Is
She's having 7 sons.
Did she do it at work or with co-workers?
I was at work.
At
Yeah,
work with
she was on the clock.
Wasn't she throwing her partner on the clock?
That was just crazy. Yeah. No, I said they was all doing something during. No.
Yeah, no, she was on the clock.
She a bug out. I'm not gonna lie. She went crazy.
She support the full.
That doesn't mean not enough crime in that sleep. No, she.
She got too much time.
They got way too much time. That's a fact. Yo, that's crazy.
But I even like this is exactly what I thought about the email dope situation.
So when a coworker throw it at you, what you gonna do?
Well, John's
Yeah, waffle, bro. I'm just talking.
Alternate universe, man.
Alternate universe.
Okay, there we go.
Wow.
Alternate universe, bro. The most people you date are at work.
You know what's crazy? My job has a very stigma that all we do is fuck each other, right? And that is like the foulest thing.
Yeah, you're a job, bro. Hell,
Yeah.
I can see that not ever happening because y'all are exhausted. Like,
First of all,
They have an actual term for like your oriented jobs situation. Like they have like an actual term for.
yeah, the Mile Club.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So let me tell you why that's such bullshit. Because you got to think about the people you work with, you meet in that same day.
Yeah.
So you know how fast you got to build a rapport with shorty willing enough to blow you.
A couple miles out.
A couple miles in the air?
But some people be doing it for the bucket list.
I don't know what this is talking about. That sounds like that means
Yo, what we briefed about that, we going straight.
Let me tell you something.
What we talked about
Like at 7 a.m. you getting freaking like holding short.
at 7 and 5? That's crazy, bro. So that's really not true. Most of us, like like they'll call my type of a person a slam cooker. Once I get my key to my hotel, I just close the door and I'll see my crew till like the next morning. So that's thing of like, yo, all we do is sleep with each other is the furthest thing from true. At least I haven't experienced it yet.
All right.
I'm looking for these sugar mamas though. That's a fact.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think that my hot club was a thing because in bathrooms.
Nah, it's real. It's a real thing. I caught somebody in the bathroom already. Caught some,
Unbelievable.
yeah, I caught somebody in the bathroom already. And it's
What do you do in that situation?
I
haven't finished.
I embarrassed them. I'm like, yo! Just wait that shit hella hot.
I know, bro. It's 2 hours.
That's tough. Because now that when you're embarrassed, you gotta sit there the whole time embarrassed.
Friend, you want to go to the back?
Yo, what are you doing? Some people think this is crazy.
Everybody looking at me.
Nah, the seven look around like to the back.
I embarrassed the shit out of them, boy. Like, yo, you gotta get out the bathroom. We can't do this.
Right.
Matter of fact, we gotta land the plane right now. Everybody upset.
Crazy.
Yeah, nah, I embarrassed them.
But even to your point, it's like I never understood the whole you can't date your coworkers thing. I understand the hierarchy to subordinates. I get that because
Management couldn't think.
there's a power struggle and people get passed over promotions. But if y'all in the same thing, like, what is the issue? So what? What's the problem? Why can't they date? Like, you're at work 8 to 10 hours a day. You see these people the most. If you're a single,
Not John turning his work life into his real life.
you tell them, hey, I work remote, so ain't no university. No, alternate universe. Let me tell you something. I was alternate universe. Let me tell you something.
Nah, that remote should be getting niggas in trouble too. You remember homie that was on the Zoom and whacked it off?
Well, he's a freaky ass nigga.
You know, freak boy.
That's weird. You read documents and you get hard. That's different. I don't
It should be
know.
recorded.
Yeah, that's how you got.
But sometimes I guarantee a nigga probably hit the button wrong. It's weird now. Yeah. But no, I think you spend a lot of your time at work. That's where you're gonna meet the people you want to date. A lot.
But that creates sometimes that could create an unhealthy environment because what happens when y'all beef is
bro.
Yeah, it just sounds miserable.
Oh, that's your business.
No, it's like every
It
business.
becomes everyone's
It's about
business.
every business.
Because shit works for fast and fucking work.
Yeah. Now you beefing, she got an attitude, y'all not working together. Now one of y'all gotta do the night shift.
As convenient as it is to date somebody at work, you also have to take the proper precautions to be respectful at your job. If it's easy to date, let's say there's a job where everyone's dating all the time, cool, that's fine. But also, y'all gotta deal with when it goes wrong.
That's a real mature answer, but I like it.
Where it's the fact because where I don't work, bro, I don't know.
I like it about that shit.
In the place.
You be beefing with your work wife, somebody gonna say, hey, where's John? Oh, that bum ass nigga.
No, it's just fucking shit.
Fuck
That
that.
nigga still work here? Fuck out of here.
I see.
And then they make it
That is
bad.
very
Somebody
true.
gotta get fired, now somebody
is very
unemployed. And you know what it is. Y'all break up and then you get back together and now you unemployed. That's crazy. We not gonna date each other at all.
That's really tough.
Well, I still don't think we should be getting fired for dating because then you got
She sucked off 6 cohorts.
It was 6 of them. So I mean, she just a freak. So what?
Freak boy.
So what's up? What's up? What?
The nigga that probably fired her didn't get any. Wait, you suck all these things and not me? Like you fronting on me now?
Like,
You
damn,
gotta
I'm
go.
really ugly.
That's why it's corny, bro.
Damn, I'm really ugly.
It's corny. It's corny, bro. Because this don't got nothing to do with being a cop.
It may have, bro. She protected and served.
She only saw women. She not being
Nah, brothers, bro.
I'm just saying, two brothers.
Yes.
This to be police. I didn't see that. I feel like the SpongeBob.
This shit, bro.
That thought was for everybody.
Whoa, I did not see that.
Bro.
Free her husband.
That nigga, well, he into that shit, bro.
Yeah.
We just last week talking about how we gotta be accepting the niggas that are into all types of shit and
That's
not
a fact.
judge them.
That's a
well,
fact.
no, I
don't gotta be.
I ain't subscribe to that.
don't gotta be.
I'm gonna call niggas weird no matter what. Y'all do what y'all want. Cause I was gonna tell y'all right now, nah.
Yeah, nah, that's
But
not it.
I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna say it's cool. Cause you know, hey, we got
So if a couple recruits you not in,
excuse me.
You wanna know if you're trying to be in a throuple?
No,
John, you would never. You, what would you do if you got recruited, bro?
Well, then you-
No, I answer everything. It's fine, bro. Yo, imagine a woman asked me and then her man just said, "Yeah, I'm with whatever."
Yeah.
Watch out. No, what the fuck?
You would chosen,
But that's not just for. But that's just not for me.
How could
That's
you lose
crazy.
if you was already chose?
I see.
Like, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You right.
Don't do that.
You right. You right.
How could you lose if you already
Exactly right.
You get these white soul niggas excited.
You right.
These white soul niggas excited. Why? Why y'all out for? For what?
She posted a selfie today. That shit was fire too.
You better be careful. I'll tell you right now.
Shout out Ice Spice, Bronx Legends.
There's nothing wrong with that.
All right.
There's nothing wrong with that.
But no, I don't think I'm gonna do it. I don't think I'm gonna do it. I
What, a
can't.
throuple or you got a group?
No, I mean, however it goes, you know, this mad is the husband that pays shit because the niggas is into it. Oh, this mad shit.
What if the bag is nice?
I was just about to
And
say
you know how nice the
just
bag would
about to say that.
the bag would have to be extremely nice. Like you'd have to be
So you got a
something.
price. So there's price.
Nigga, you got nigga, yeah. Nigga, you see my look? Yes.
There's a price on everything.
Yes, nigga.
That sucks. I might not even make it to the price. I'm getting recruited. What?
It's when your rent pays and go.
You didn't even make it to the negotiation table. Shorty, bro. Oh, shit.
Yo, he did that shit for a bono.
What is crazy?
Off the
Husband on the island and we just like, all right, so he's a contract woman, just straight empty.
crazy. You want me to drill your wife?
Oh shit. Oh my god. That's so much. I'm crying. But no, that shit is nuts. But bro, and the crazy part is I feel like that shit has increased. Oh, we're going on 10. I love it. As we've taken our break, right? Mm-hmm. And you know, I start to try to get familiar with the landscape and everything. There has been a resurgence. There have been a surgence in porn podcasts. There's been an resurgence in porn. Well, we can't say porn stars on YouTube anymore, but I'll say porn stars. That's what they do now. Yeah, so we'll just delete that out. But porn stars, them doing podcasts now, and them becoming creators.
Okay.
Which is, I think, is actually super fire because they're actually like, and I'm not saying actually, my bad.
Yeah,
They're
I think Jayla Page was on Cherokee's podcast recently on YouTube. Don't ask me how I know that. But
I was already ready to answer.
in fact, Cherokee podcast, bro.
What's the name of it? What's the name of it?
That I don't know. I just saw Jayla Page was on that show. I was like, okay.
So you just, so why is that your algorithm? That's it. Why is that your recently viewed? What's going on? Because that don't come up.
Algorithm to be.
I watch all podcasts. I've never seen them.
Now Twitter gets some time, so
No, not my Twitter.
It be Twitter, right?
Not Elon Musk's Twitter. So I didn't understand how that. This ain't don't believe. Anyway, I don't. I've seen the resurgence in like porn stars on a lot of podcasts, and them now becoming content creators because they don't want to only number one be known for that, and two,
yeah, they have a heart too, bro.
and the fact that they understand there's money in just regular content creating and being attractive. So my thing is like everybody can how can I say this? Everybody can understand that you can do both. You can be horny and be whoever you want to be, and all that shit sounds good. But also, you can like just do a vlog. It's fine. Like all that shit is fine.
I told somebody yesterday if I was a girl, I'd be up, boy.
God.
There's like so many layers.
There's so many bags they could get.
That honestly, low-key, that's my point too. They can do whatever they want.
They can.
Yo, Dro, me and Dro be rich, bro.
You got the boss on that hurt.
Dro got like a 3-camera setup, and I'm a girl, bro. First of all, the foot content alone.
Nah, Ellie is a wild.
Foot content alone.
You're not wrong, but he's dumb.
I'm just talking facts. If my name was Lashawn instead of Lashawn, bro, I'd feel rich.
He's a just get the bag off the feast.
Shonda is sick.
With the foot content.
Foot content was crazy, bro. Shit, the bag, yo. Niggas is so horny, they pay for everything. Everything, bro.
I tell my girl,
I'll
hey
do
man,
it.
y'all do what you want. I'm not insecure.
You know how niggas be like, you know how them wealthy people be like, oh, you gotta have 15 streams of income. I don't know about for a man, but for a woman, I got 16 off the rip, bro. I do what the WSMR, start breathing in niggas' ears.
I never understood that. I never understood that. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
ASMR, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always wonder, like,
You just make noise, nigga.
yo, but it's so basic. Like, yeah, no, it's not like that. I don't think that's the noise they make. I don't think be like eating it.
And that's gonna be the title. ASMR, not look. And now I gotta use niggas moaning on the title because the niggas walking out.
How you practice that shit?
I told you, bro. I got to prepare for my second lecture in case if I come back. Stay ready so you don't get ready, bro. 16 streams. This shit come up from 20 niggas.
But I'm not disagreeing with you. Like, there is a bag out there.
Bag for that, bro.
And I support it.
I feel like it's a perfect segue to talk about Iggy's alien.
No, low key, it is. Yo, honestly, you know what? You know, Derek had such a perfect segue. I don't want to fuck it up. But the worst part is, like, what we got to talk about? She made OnlyFans. Everybody liked it. We're horny. Everybody looks fine.
It's funny because on the timeline, a lot of niggas pissed about it because niggas is horny. And they saying, I want my money back because it followed not much on it. Which, I mean, but it just goes to prove how horny motherfuckers are.
Bro, it's her OnlyFans. You subscribe, you deal with what you get, boss. There's no way niggas want the internet thing and you can say it was going on her OnlyFans and fuck. Like, come on, stop. Cut it out. That's never a thing.
300 bands in 24 hours.
24 hours.
Y'all niggas was mad at me just now.
No. We were in question of that moment.
No.
I gotta work on that, bro. That's people working 300 and 400. My mom gotta be 100 bands strong, bro.
Oh my god.
The Mona Lisa.
You're gonna call me Mona Lisa, man.
That's him and Lakeith Stanfield. They're not a Mona on that.
That's
Him and Lakeith.
Lakeith on Lashawn did.
Latifah.
Oh shit.
Now making 300K in 24 hours.
Come on. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Low-key, I expected more. I expected to make more.
That's pretty good.
Yo,
No, it's good. No, I'm saying, but like, I expected niggas to really go.
How much her shit was?
I think they said it was 25, right?
25.
That's it?
Yeah.
It's 300 bands in 24 hours?
That's 12,000 plus people.
That's all you need. You was just telling me today all a person needs is a core follow.
I told you that. I said that. That's 12,000 plus subscribers. So that means, boy.
You know what's kind of crazy? Kind of ties into this. I know y'all don't not into like wrestling and shit like that. So there's a WWE superstar.
Oh, good. I got kicked off. I know.
Yeah, her name is Mandy Rose. She was a champion on NXT on WWE for mad long, like over a year, some shit. And
Vince fighter?
now Vince wasn't there yet. Like he was already, like he's back now, but it was before he came back. What happened was people in WWE found out they had some other shit that's not OnlyFans. I think it's called Fan Time or some shit. It's very similar to OnlyFans. And they found out she was posting content on there that was like mad, like provocative and shit, like her breasts and all that extra shit, whatever. And she's a champion. They found out. They took the title off for her, and then she got released the next day.
That's crazy.
But then she ended up making $1 million the following day after all that shit happened.
Because WWE for me was low key OnlyFans early. You had China, you had pristine, right, and all of that.
That's like
facts.
The sex shows.
Exactly.
Bend the ring and shit.
Well, there you go. See, my point is that
She made $1 million the day after she got.
I'm not trying to disrespect Stephen A. Smith or saying it's equivalent, but I'm saying like if niggas that took a stance like, okay, I'm gonna do what I want to do anywhere. If niggas care enough and want to take a stance and really care about what people want to care about, yo, bro, go do it independently. Somebody's gonna pay you.
Yeah, but see, Shorty got fired. Maybe Stephen A. need to get fired, and then when your back is against the wall, you figure it out.
But I don't respect that. I don't respect that at all. I don't wait till it's all dead, but then you're gonna bank on people believing in who you are to get your dollar. No, you should have been that person the whole time. I think it's corny. I think it's corny. There's another thing they could do if he did a podcast and Five had tomorrow. I think it's all corny. They go nasty. I think it's all corny. But beyond that, Iggy Azalea, the 300,000 24 hours, I expected her to go crazy. Not for any particular reason.
Well, she got
universe.
You gotta understand, she gotta figure out her hustle because now Tori's in jail.
Yeah.
Tori was writing her album.
Oh yeah, he was supposed to produce it next year.
Yeah. So she got
I'm gonna tell you something.
she gotta figure it out.
I'm gonna tell you something. The Tory round was not gonna help her sales. I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I'm gonna breaking news right now. Turkey wrote the whole album. Nothing would have changed her $50,000 sales for this.
I don't know. He made great music, man.
Like I said, him writing her music would not have changed her sales.
Yeah.
Even if Iggy Azalea had a hit, the internet would have not let her have the hit.
You see how she looked?
That's why I said the internet, because
she was trying. Her rollout was crazy too, bro. She made oxtail.
that sounds like niggas are not gonna support me.
That's crazy.
She was warming up, bro.
And if you trying to pay at 25, go on Reddit. So I heard.
Nah, facts. I already seen it on Reddit.
So I heard.
Yeah, shout out
on the street.
Facts.
Just saying.
What was going on there?
Looking out for the people.
Well, no, but like honestly, like there's nothing at this point, and this is what I personally feel, that in Iggy Azalea's career that would have changed where she's at. I don't care. Especially Tory Lanez in the midst of the biggest case in hip hop history. I don't think nothing would have changed that, bro. It is what it is. This is the best. I think it's a great move for her. And if she made 307 in 24 hours, let's say she made half of that in the next 24, and then half of that, she's gonna be at a mill before week 3.5, bro. She's gonna be fine. Mill in a month, and you keep doing that, and you keep it that trajectory. Why? I'm not making music for niggas no more. What the fuck we talking about?
Yeah, family's down.
I'm never rapping the bar again.
And she sold her catalog.
And you know,
I want to know.
nah, that shit, that was.
Yeah, I think she got some paper.
That was a $100 million deal, no? Or 10, 20, something like that.
That's crazy.
She has a song that is always.
Yeah, she had a couple. She had a couple.
Well, Fancy, right?
That's
Fancy is in all the major white movies.
Yeah, she got an 8-figure deal for the catalog.
Yeah, so
That's
she's
all.
gonna be straight forever. She's gonna be straight forever, man. Man, she got the shoot dating Tory, but whatever. You don't do that.
And we got Ice Spice now, so I mean,
I wish I had time for this. Well, I don't.
I don't know why.
I have time. So we made.
You're not a Spice, bro?
No, he's
You're not a seasoned?
He's not a munchie.
You're not so whole pepper?
He's not a munchie.
How you black and not so whole pepper, bro? You're not in the cabinet?
She's not black. She's not black. So how does that work? She's not black. She's not one of whatever you just said to me. She's not like that.
You
know what she is? Chose.
I can't wait till these niggas find out she's not from the Bronx.
She's from the Bronx.
She done has
Y'all seen her?
Seen her shaking ass at convenience store for sure. That she in a little bodega spot. Yeah, it's crazy.
Because she wanted to
Hand
chop.
move.
Because-
The little underhand move that she be doing.
Her wanting to chop cheese and her being from the Bronx, two different things.
From the Bronx.
I'm honestly just putting things
What
up.
season you would be if you was in the cabinet, bro?
Cajun. Look what niggas I be doing for content. Look,
You answered too. He knew. And he thought he was like, damn, what?
I'm all for the content. Yes.
He said, well, damn,
Which
what am I?
one?
Everything is content. I don't care.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. No, honestly, bro, I'm gonna wait the next 2 months to see what y'all think about Ice Spice, and I'll talk to y'all.
Bro,
Yo,
not
so
changing.
Ice Spice is half Nigerian.
Oh shit.
So she black. And she's Dominican, so you know
Talk about it.
or she extra black. She's somewhere in the middle.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, I told me Frank was too, and I ain't see how they
Nah, but
Fresh black.
And Moroccan.
Morocco.
I get facts.
Yo,
Morocco.
that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know how you can be such a hater. That's crazy.
On old Bronx artists too.
Bro, that's like that A-Boogie Davies song we got. Or LA, you hear it. I love this. So, who's a big superstar? A-Boogie or Davies, you continuous is trying to every time get a guest on.
That was not the conversation, but we're
We really gonna debate who's the biggest superstar?
that was not the conversation.
Hey, Boogie. It's no
That was
debate
not
about
the conversation.
That was the conversation.
I'm gonna preface it. I said
There's
if
no way your brothers are going to shift the answer.
no, it's not. No, I should. I don't think you'll debate it either.
Wasn't it?
If you walk into a concert venue, who are people gonna go crazy more for? A Boogie or Davies?
Hey, Boogie.
Hey, Boogie.
Yeah, it's crazy. Girls like
Why does he think that? Why does he think that?
because I think girls love Davies.
Bro, have you been to a TV show?
Unfortunately, yes.
Ain't a bunch of
Hey, you doing, man?
Because I don't want to make it seem like
Ain't a
some real
bunch of
shit.
niggas
That's
throwing
my
up
guy. though.
ghosts, bro.
Nigga, I know. No, but they be girls go in there and pass out for Davies.
Nah, but they got
Michael Jackson. Hold on.
yeah, but
No, but I'm telling you, girls be in there and pass
not
out.
a bigger star than
You gonna get that one person?
No, A Boogie is a better musician.
No, bro, he's a bigger star.
bigger star. No debate.
I think people react when they see Davies more than they react when they see A Boogie.
Nah, you bugging, bro.
I think so.
That nigga was in the middle of the top school standing in front of the car. He blocking up traffic, bro. I was out to eat that night. I was pissed.
He was making a music video. Don't give a fuck about.
Yo, bro, it was last Davies hit, bro. And I fucking
See, that's what I'm saying. You're talking about the music.
Which leans into
No.
you to be a superstar.
Davies is on primetime television.
No, bro, no, he's not. Let that show go, bro. That show was 3 years ago.
One season.
See? Thank you.
That show that would change anything.
And he playing the sex symbol of the group. So it kind of helps in his favor. But nah, A-Book's definitely a guy, bro.
All right, Davies is a cool dude. I'm just saying who the
Yeah,
biggest
shout out to
superstar
Hall.
is.
For real.
No, listen. Yeah, y'all know. Listen.
You know what it is? Y'all got like a very strong like Bronx agenda. So,
Yeah, I do too.
Nigga, I think that.
but you right now, A-Boogie, Ice Spice, like it's cool though. You know what I'm saying?
Listen. I'm just saying that I still think that when he walks in a room, people recognize him more frequently than they do it.
Nah, bro.
Like if somebody had a hood on and you can tell, oh,
Bro, the Yankees, after Marvin let him be on their dugout, bro, he threw the ball.
okay, niggas lost. Anyway, so look how that worked out.
He said walking in with a hoodie. His name is just literally A-Boogie with a hoodie.
Nah, A-Book's definitely bro.
And also, we're gonna talk about his recent music stint too at some point.
All right, man.
Look, now everybody quiet.
Album? You reading
All
now?
right. What's next on the docket?
Trash.
Now look.
Next on the docket.
We're shouting out Iggy Azalea. And we shout out Maya Moore, right? Or was that off?
Nah, we
that was off mic, right? We want to shout out Maya Moore for retiring today.
Facts.
She was the starting forward for the Minnesota Lynx. She hasn't played in years, but she's a 3 or 4 time WNBA MVP. All WNBA every year she's been on the court. She was the first rookie to be involved in MVP consideration, and she's one of the best female basketball players of all time. She retired. She has not played in a while, but she's also opened 4 law firms, I believe. She's a part of a number of charitable organizations, and I think all that shit is amazing. And go get your man.
Somebody said, I love how Maya Moore took 6 years off, had 5 kids, opened up 4 law firms, 3 local daycares, all while working to free 1 man from prison.
Amazing.
That's up.
I want a woman to love me that much, bro. You could have went down as the greatest. She left room for debate, but when she retired, when she left, she was literally the GOAT. But to be with a man, now I'm not gonna put that on her, but you got me out of jail.
Yeah, that's just tough. I don't know, man.
True love does exist, man. I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah, I agree with that point, but it's like, damn, girl, like, you didn't want to go back?
I mean, this is our resume. This is our resume. 2011 Rookie of the Year, 4 times
Like MVP second. That's something I remember as like being younger. Like, yo, bro, she was the first girl to be Rookie of the Year and like second MVP voting. I'm like, what? Who is this person? But yeah, so
4-time WNBA champion, 2013 NBA, 2013 Finals MVP, 6-time WNBA All-Star, 3-time WNBA All-Star MVP, Maya Moore. Now,
bro,
with a resume like that, do you really need to come back?
no. She doesn't at all. But I'm like, damn, she really was like, I'm finished with like hooping.
Tom Brady needs to take notes.
Oh no, Tom Brady needs his family back.
Nah.
You see the way he be kissing his son?
What's wrong with that, bro?
Bro, not the way he be kissing his son. That's,
He don't be tonguing his son down,
bro,
bro.
that's debatable. He posted up a picture like next to the poolside with his son in between his legs. His son's like 13.
Bro.
Bro, ain't no way you about to justify any of them actions. I ain't saying you to go to football.
We were just talking about like making. We were talking about that. That's not that loud. The nigga out be playing with these shit.
Yeah.
Now, because
But we were talking about like
right.
growing up in a loving family.
Yeah.
And I felt like
How that's important.
how that's important.
Yo, bro.
And then the trajectory that could put you on. And I felt like sometimes the way we grow up in broken homes, when we see a healthy home, that shit
is just weird.
that shit looks weird. But when in all actuality, it's like, oh, this is how it's really supposed to be done.
I promise you, that's not how it's supposed to be done.
Now I'm
I
not
promise you,
saying
that's not how it's supposed to be
that I would want to look back at a photo and be 13 years old and be like, no, why am I like that? It's like,
That's crazy.
but at the same time, it's like, yo, having an affectionate father.
No, I think both exist. I think you're right, and I also think he should not be telling his son. I think both,
Don't put that on his jacket.
I think both of those. You like me, give me a kiss. That shit is crazy.
So if your pop's asking for a kiss right now, what
You're
you
wild. Don't talk to me.
Damn, hold on a minute. What are you doing?
Y'all don't talk to me. Crazy.
you don't want your dad to kiss you on the forehead,
You
bro?
are coming wrong. You're crazy shit.
Listen, I ain't like those you niggas as much as. So I got
She can do that. She can do that.
You let a 23-year-old
Don't say we can munchie. That's cool. Word. She can do that.
I don't want to hold.
You see how broken our homes are, bro?
That don't need to
You let a 23-year-old girl call you a munch, but your dad
I'm not talking my father. Yeah, you crazy.
can't give you a kiss on the forehead.
Yo, bro, you are. Yo, wait, don't stop. At some point, you gotta love yourself.
2 minutes and down.
Go to your room with
That's
a kiss
great.
tonight.
Nah, that's-
Oh, my God.
It's over for that.
That's crazy. We gotta heal as men.
I don't heal like that. I don't want to heal like that.
nigga healing with his papa.
That's how you feel.
A couple years down the line, yo, I five, you know, I was like,
Yo.
I love you too, bro. But now,
So your pops tell you he love you, what you gonna say?
I love you too. Don't kiss me, my mom. Don't do that. You crazy.
I don't tell you nothing, bro.
Nah, yo.
Just straight guy, no,
That's crazy.
Alright, so like, question for you.
Huh?
Would you, alright, so like you were saying, you know, being in an affectionate family, it changes.
I realize it's important.
Facts, for sure.
Now, alright, you probably didn't have that, or yes or no. When you have your own children,
Okay.
are you reciprocating that, or are you going to still be somewhat like, I will?
What you mean? Are we talking about kissing our kids?
Yeah.
Oh, kissing the shit. I kiss my godson now, not on his mouth.
That's what I'm at. Why don't shrug like that? Answer the question. I'm thinking, can't see you. Answer the question.
Well, to what Tom Brady's doing, that's probably affectionate for him.
Yeah, I'm not that affectionate.
Yeah, well, not even
But
that.
it's now is that somewhat of
No. So I think that I don't want my son and or my daughter to feel like showing affection or being loving is weird because as you grow up, you tend to feel like that when you come from certain environments. So the thing is, I want to eliminate that 100%, and I want to eliminate the idea of spoiling your kids is the wrong thing to do.
Yeah.
That's what we talked about. Like for me, like I never want to feel like my kids need for anything because we talking about just like how we seen Ty influenced us, and Ty comes from a great background.
Yeah, facts.
So, like, if Ty can build this platform, while on God's green earth, from a great family, from nothing, like not as a joke, who am I to think that I can't build from something great too? Yeah. From being a great person, like the thing is, society has tricked us into thinking that too much makes somebody bad.
Yeah.
It's let me
Too much of a
rephrase
good thing.
Too much in the black community.
Yeah.
The white community never says that.
Yeah, facts.
The white community never tricks
Passing
on
shit down.
The white community gives their kids businesses. They get they give their kids rules, all that.
Yeah.
In our communities, you spoil.
Because I had to struggle, you have to.
I had to struggle, you have to struggle, and we start to become that's the routine. That's not how it's supposed to go.
Yeah,
Let's put our kids on equal playing field with them. Let's get rich and then give it to our kids, and then our kids can employ other black people.
I think
Or minorities, that can also keep developing. That's what
Or we at least give them some sort of head start. Like,
give them a head. Give our kids or our nephews and nieces, whatever you have, give them a head start. Because all they do, all these white people do is give these people a head start. That's it.
And it's as simple as life insurance. God forbid. I mean, it's not God forbid. We all gonna die one day. So let's just leave them something so they can pay for the funeral. They don't gotta,
Right. If my job if I got a $500,000 life insurance, then if my funeral is $20,000, you got $450 to go make your life. Why on God's green earth would I think that's the wrong thing to do? But that's what society teaches minorities. Why do you do that every day, B? When you see, like, bro, I've had coworkers that, I've never had to pay anything ever, and I have a house, and then I just save everything, and I just pass it to my kid. My 401k just goes to my kids. Like, what?
yeah.
But we use that to survive.
But I think that's what I like about somewhat of our generation now is because as we heal with time, so we get all the, I would say subconsciously, probably actually in real life, we're breaking generational chains.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Like just with like mental health being more of an actual issue we don't get attention on. I think generational change is breaking on certain things.
No, I agree, man. I agree. I think that we just have to take more of an account to how we want to see our legacy carried on.
And
I think that's the most important, not the most important thing, but I think that's important to how you want to be remembered and how you want to see things carried on. And like, because one thing 2022 has taught me is you cannot take this shit with you.
yeah, facts.
All this shit, I can't take none of this with me. This shit don't mean nothing. If I'm not happy, if I'm not doing what I love, I cannot take none of it with me. All you can take is, I would hope that you can take these memories and the people that love you and them continue to spread your memory. That's it. But you
Facts.
can't take
I'm not thinking about that. I'm already preparing for Lashawn. We gotta get this down.
Oh, this nigga is on to
Yeah, I'm on me. Watch.
Is it LaShawn gonna be fine?
Lashawn will be the freakiest cuckold on the planet. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Full smart.
It was like so much that just happened. Yeah, like my brain was just processing. Like, those should be fine though. Like, what's that?
I'm gonna be so sexually liberated.
You never heard of Phil Finder?
No, I didn't.
So I'm not gonna disclose the name, but then a lady approached me. She asked about what camera's good. This was like a year ago.
See?
She asked me
That's
what
what
camera's
I
good.
agree. What was that?
Right now, like I told her, I was like, sure. I was like, yo, you off the rip? This is the bullshit kind. This is a decent kind. She went with decent kind. I was surprised. I was like, oh shit. And she's like, I need a couple lights sent her. And I was just curious. At the end, I was like, what exactly are you going to do? She was like, I'm self-defense. I was like,
Oh no, I know a bunch of girls getting
I
out.
was like,
She probably
no,
met up right now.
Bro, they're making 6 figures a month.
Yeah, he met up right now.
Bro,
I know that.
She showed me a pic. I'm not
No, I know girls
She
making
hitting
6
at least
figures.
six, like almost near 6 figures.
6 figures a month.
All
A
books.
month.
Easy. Which is crazy.
A month.
Power to her. And
That's
you know,
why us as men, we have to maintain our upkeep. go get your pedicure.
That's
See my face, bro? You see my face? I ain't gonna show you my feet. You know what I'm saying? But
Keep yourself.
right, you know what I'm saying? You gotta stay ready so you don't have to get ready. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, we just took so many fucking time.
Unpacking 2 minutes. That was really checked.
Did you take that girl pictures?
I did not.
Damn.
I did not.
He wouldn't tell
I
me.
didn't.
He wouldn't tell me.
But I'm very.
That wasn't any close friends?
I'm proud. No, I'm proud that she came to me to ask about like the equipment, shit like that. Cause like, yo, someone could just tell her like, yo, you need a phone tape, shit, which is not wrong with that. But
She still would have ate.
Hi.
I don't know.
What's next on this list? Do we want to talk about this? I guess we're gonna get this here. Are we gonna talk about this Math and Troy interview? I don't know. I know you guys may not have seen it necessarily, but I'll break down what my actual objections or issues were, and then we can kind of have a conversation about it. So, Troy Ave went on Math Alpha's podcast.
Came with me.
You said short ad?
Troy Ave.
Damn, I heard I need.
Yeah, he don't make me for it. He went on Matt Helm's podcast, and then Troy does have an open case out. And he went on Matt Helm's podcast, and he was relatively just speaking about the open case and speaking on a lot of things that, yeah, I'm gonna put this on myself, that I don't believe are to be displayed to the public at this point in time. And this doesn't give a lot of context, but it doesn't necessarily affect the overall conversation I want to have in terms of where is media going too far. And for me, my overall opinion is that no matter how Matt feels, because Matt, for context, Matt has had issues with Taxstone in the past, which is the person involved in Troy's case. So my thing is, the overall question is, what do you guys deem is too far in media for content?
Anything against your morals.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Well, what if your morals stretch too far?
No, you got to know your limit.
What if your limit is something that can be universally seen as immoral?
I still sleep at night, then I don't care.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Not to say that I would participate in no shit like that. No, I'm just saying, I'm just to answer the question. If I did, I may say something that people don't agree with, or people think that's corny, or people think, quote unquote, clickbait or pandering, whatever the case may be. If I'm comfortable with what I'm saying and I put out, I could care less what anybody else feels. So, just me. Like, I'm in this but I'm in a spiritual journey. So I post a lot of Bible scriptures, and I post a lot of prayer points or whatever, the stuff like that.
Yeah.
And people may be like, damn, this nigga's too churchy. I don't want to see this shit. That's totally fine with me. I can still sleep at night because that doesn't go against anything that I currently believe in or stand for. So if I create content and whatever I put out, I can go to sleep with, I don't care the reception of it. This is what I want to put out.
Right.
Then now, if I'm doing some shit that I don't believe in or go against my morals, or I'm purposely hurting somebody that I care about, then then I sold out. But if I can still sleep at night, then I'm totally fine.
I think this goes back with also from last week, 50 Cent, the intestine comment.
Oh, when he apologized to me?
Nah, they was talking about the other shit that 50 be saying. 50.
But that's, I feel like
He
that's.
said depression is a luxury. Yeah.
See, okay. That's one of those situations, not to backtrack on last week's episode. I get what he was saying, he didn't convey it properly.
No, that's what we said. That's what we said.
Yeah.
We said the same thing. You're literally said the same thing we said.
Yeah.
I feel like the perfect person to speak to this specific topic would be like a Kanye West. Like what's going too far for media. I think it's the things he says for shock value. If they are shock value, because I do believe to some capacity he does believe in half of the things he says. But if there's anyone who does go too far in media, when it comes to media rather, because he's not really in media or responsible like for a platform, but when he's on media, it's him. to the point where he got shut down from every social media platform. You know what I mean? I feel like, but then it's like, sometimes people not wilding. Like obviously Kanye West was wilding for a lot of things he was saying, for sure. But there was something he was saying that he wasn't wilding about.
But see, here's the thing about Kanye, right? Kanye went at black people for a while, and it was okay. It's not until he addressed a particular race where it was like, all right, let's kind of slow the roll on this.
Exactly, and that's what I'm
so
saying.
when you affect the bottom line,
Yep.
That's also an example of going too far, because now you fucking with people's pockets.
Yeah.
You fucking with the big dogs. So what's going too far in media, sometimes you affecting other people's bottom lines. You messing up,
The flow of things.
the flow of things.
And it's unfortunate who it always is. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, exactly. Or the people who signing the checks.
Yeah, which is why, unfortunately, even with half of the shit he says that is wild, the other half of it isn't exactly wrong. Because to a degree, certain people get silenced and shows off about certain things. So it's like, it kind of proves his point sometimes, when he gets shut down from all social media, what he may believe in or express, even if it's hurtful to whatever. Because say if he says something that's detrimental or hurtful or offensive to the black community, he's not gonna get shut out.
Yeah,
By,
he did.
you know what I'm saying? He
did.
like, but when you do
But that's
something,
completely our fault.
No,
not in the sense of shut out, in the sense of like being accepted or not. I mean actually shut out to the point where like you were silenced. Like
that's what I'm
choice.
saying. It's not our fault.
Because like when he was shut off of IG and Twitter, like he was silenced.
I think that if we as black people, that's why when the entire anti-Semitic campaign went against Kanye West, I didn't feel not a lick, because us as black people, we should have did that when he started saying slavery was a choice. We should have completely
Nipped him in the bud.
He had surpassed black people at that point, though. So even if we stopped supporting him,
but like
he would have been still fully functional.
But at that point, I still saw him reaching out to podcasts, and they were willing to do it if he showed up. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't.
But it was mainly white podcasts,
No,
he did the shit with Charlamagne in the woods and shit like that.
like stuff like when
you know what Charlamagne raised.
My thing is, when you have these big black platforms that are backed by these billion-dollar companies and they don't take the stance, as black people, it's gonna be okay. We can forgive him. And the thing is, with us as a minority community, we're like, okay, if he comes, and I'm included in that. Okay, if he gets right, if he makes sense, if he does this, if he says it, okay.
And niggas were saying if he made a hit, it was okay.
That is nasty, because I think his music has been bad for a while. But I'm saying, like, if he decides to say the right thing, we can find our way back. But what I realized is, bro, like, we had to stop all that shit early, and we did it. So now,
Because we're a graceful community.
we are. That's what. Exactly. We are. We a very different
grace that we weren't granted for so many years. And I'm sometimes I lean on the fence on that, but I'm more lean on the side of giving people grace.
For sure.
But at the same time, it's like we know the big picture. We know we've never seen anybody go against that ethnicity and won. So
for sure. And that's
or race or whatever, religion, whatever. Just there's certain things we know not to do, not to play with.
You don't play with things.
Yeah.
So if they told him to take your money out, you're not valid no more.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen some shit like that.
Yeah, your money's not good.
And like I said, I would probably have more sympathy if all that other shit didn't happen in terms of black people. Like I would have.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, yeah.
But actually, like that just speak to things him saying that were right, that weren't wild. You know what I mean? Like that aspect of it, because obviously there's the other half that is super wild, super shocking.
I don't know. I think there's a difference between right and what makes sense. Well, he may say in terms of certain things that make sense, but there's nothing he said in his recent rants that ever are right. I think. So like. With Ye right now, people are like looking to see if it's delusion as opposed to if it's just him being super duper woke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a line he's at where it's a delusion and if it's sickness or if it's.
But even that's still the grace. That's still the hope. Like,
Right.
people would rather hope that, damn, he's off his meds. I hope he gets help, opposed to, he's bugging out. Like
him going on certain alt-right shows, and wearing two ski masks and not. Bro, he went on a conservative show where they was like, "Oh, you tripping? Hold up." There's like, hold up, big dog.
Yeah, because they got a bottom line too.
Yeah, so it's like for me, I just want.
So that's probably what's going too far in media. Whatever hurts the bottom line.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's all that it really is. Because if there's no money from ads or sponsorships and shit like that, then you got no platform. Yeah. So we're not gonna let anybody ruin that. And if he's going on every platform spewing the same bullshit, all right, we take him off of Twitter. Then, all right, we take him off of Instagram.
Oh no,
all right, we take him off of
Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. I already are. They out of here. YouTube is a lot harder because technically you're on another platform and bullshit. But Twitter and Instagram, they're gonna get Kanye out of here.
Yeah. So that
when he said Homeboy was a good guy, I said, oh yeah.
Oh no, that was wicked.
I said, oh yeah. He thinks he's bigger than he is.
But the signs was there from earlier. He had a couple of Hitler bars early in his career,
but those were seen as maybe this is
like metaphoric and shit.
Yeah.
But now that it revealed itself over time, there was probably a real admiration there.
Kanye also the type of dude that is like, when you tell him he can't do something, you gonna do it just because you told him he can't do it.
Yeah.
And that's what
what
all this is. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's why they should have shock value.
And what's going too far is when your ego get in the way.
Yeah.
When your ego get in the way of the objective, whatever media, whatever platform you created. And then it gets too big for your head, and then now you think you're better than what it is, and now you're not. Now it's not what it once stood for. That's what's going too far. Your ego sometimes get in the way of
Or you're
hurt because sometimes like somewhere in the midst of that interview that we was talking about, you had hurt from certain people, and it's like, all right, let's kick the back end. But now you losing the sense of what the interview was supposed to be about. So sometimes you just gotta be more selfless than anything. And once you start losing yourself within this media space, that's when you're going too far.
Yeah. Listen, man, I'll tell you. I think that at this point, if you don't, well, we were talking before, just like a cult following is the most valuable thing in this space. And even if you look at Kanye right now, there's going to be, no matter what happens, there's going to be a co-follower who's going to buy his stuff, they're going to support him, that's going to listen to him. So he's never going to be irrelevant. And I think that if he understood that, he wouldn't have done the things in the past to get white media or conservative media to buy into him. I think everything he's done has been for white acceptance. And if he understood, I'm not saying he doesn't, who knows, Kanye's a genius, but if he understood that, yo, bro, we gonna fuck with you no matter what you do. Like, you don't need the white, yeah, you don't gotta do all that. The white conservative, like, I know you want them to increase popularity, but it's not that deep. Like, chill out. Things would be a lot different. But I never thought I'd say this because I've been wrong numerous times. I say he can't come back from this. He can't come back. I think we're at a point where Kanye can come back from this. I don't care what he puts out. There's nothing he can do to come back from the last 7-8 months.
I don't know, bro. It's just a clock of it.
I agree, but this, I think like
what happens when you get a new sneaker deal in 2 years?
I don't think he will though.
You know what I mean?
I don't think he will. I mean, you look at the landscape. Nike, obviously, they've cut ties. Adidas, they've cut ties. So you got what? Puma, New Balance. New Balance has now found their niche in this type of sneakers that are super popular and super expensive.
Did he go to Skechers?
Puma.
Nah, they go ahead and they took it out.
That's crazy.
Puma is Rock Nation. So now you're looking at, so like sometimes you do burn all your bridges.
It's fair point.
Like the money, yes, but sometimes the bridges are just burnt. Like, we can't do this.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I don't think so. I don't see him figuring it out from here.
I really wonder if he's actually sleeps at night knowing that all of this is.
I think Kanye West at a point where he's rich for the rest of his life, and I think the best thing for him to do is enjoy that, stay quiet. If he does want to release music, give it some years, give it some time, and just put it out without a rollout or any type of marketing. I also giving him for game or whatever. Well, he giving him, without any of the extra shit, just put a song out. Then once you do that, you get the feelers, and then after that, you can figure out what you're gonna do next. That's it. I don't think Kanye West should be doing the nonsense rollout that he usually does at the expense of human beings. That's. But that Kanye has been an example of just going way too far.
Yeah. Can't really think of anyone else.
Got anything else in pop culture? Mass and Kanye West being weird. Oh, I like this question.
You want to get into a life cycle question?
Yeah, we're here. Are you guys feeling at this point in your lives any mentally or social pandemic effects?
It's tough for me to say.
Yeah, because I always played myself, like staying to myself.
I would say, as we joke about, me being stuck over there for 6 months.
Yeah.
There was a readjustment period for me to come back because I'm not saying third world country is horrible, there is internet and stuff like that, but I was just away with out of touch with a lot of stuff. So I would say the readjustment to coming back to society, as New York, as opposed to being fucking mountains type shit. I wouldn't say it hindered me, but it was a hard comeback. But now in general, after the pandemic and all that, I'm really mature for it. I think people who weren't solid with themselves that time really need them.
But even to your point, how do you adjust with the environments of? Cause I agree. I think that a lot of people have not gotten right with themselves. Mm-hmm. How do you adjust navigating a social, just socially, when you, in the back of your mind, you don't think people are okay with themselves?
Well, for me at least, I took it with a slowly approach because, you're with so little bit of people where, for instance, I was with a little bit of people and the village is really, really small when my father grew up. But coming back to here, I checked up on a couple of people, but I couldn't just fully pop myself back into any type of adventure like that. Even when people were wilding out, popping out during COVID and stuff like that, I still said to myself, it's just too much. Despite, it's a pandemic, but it's just way too many people. And at those moments, I even felt, which I would have never thought I would have felt, was a small type of anxiety, because it was just it's just too much. It's way too much. It's fucking with my sensory, and just I was just whoa, I had to put myself out of that type of stuff. But you gotta take it slow. 100%, you gotta take it slow. I would say for people who are not suffering, because I don't want to suffer. I feel suffering is such a insensitive word, but just going through it with trying to adapt to the effects of what this pandemic has done to a lot of people. Because listen, the city before the pandemic, it's New York City. It's not the happiest city. It's tough. The shit will make or break you. But if you can overcome it, you'll survive. Mm-hmm. It makes you stronger, I would say. But I think a lot of people who didn't take mental health seriously, this was a big test. And day by day, they had to take it, unfortunately. And I feel they will eventually heal. They'll eventually find themselves. But it's a big ass test.
For me, I wouldn't say feeling the effects of it. But I did realize that I had a good time. There were some good moments in the pandemic.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I feel like I'm one of the few people who ever speak of how much I not enjoy the pandemic.
Yeah.
But I didn't suffer through it. Me personally.
Yeah.
Like that like say let's encapsulate it to 3 months in which we had to stay home. Like those 3 months, like I enjoyed being home for those 3 months. But I know a lot of people were depressed.
No, granted, but then also it's like you also realize how crowded this city was.
Yeah.
Like traffic was just beautiful. I could get to point A to point B.
I was over there watching every once in a while on social media because I even put myself like on a break on that, and I was just seeing videos of Times Square empty, bro.
Yeah.
And it's
That was a lot of shit.
And it's like you don't see that shit.
Or how clean this city can
Yeah,
get.
bro.
Like,
Fucking Wales was at the Hudson, bro. Like just in general in the city and the world, certain places just getting cleaner.
yeah, it's just too dysfunctional and
And just seeing the city just van empty, I was like, bro, living here for that.
sometimes you gotta let the earth clean itself, bro.
Yeah.
For sure. So I kind of, sometimes I like I said that pandemic shit, I think it put a lot of things in perspective as far as life goes.
Yes.
It was like a hard reset.
Yeah, facts. And I feel like we were forced to have that hard reset, you know? It's kind of like when your phone is bugging the fuck out and you got no choice but to hold those two buttons and start that shit over. And before it starts over, it takes some time before it reboots. And I feel like life needed a reboot real quick. And the effects of that is now me realizing what's important, what's not important. This shit can...
It's no perspective.
Yeah, shit does put a lot of things in perspective.
I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people before the pandemic was, I wouldn't say snobby, but different lifestyles, different mindsets, goals. And then after, dwelling with that time, and now a couple of years later, even after, 2020 initially, I say they're probably, I would want to say at least 80% not the same.
Even hygiene wise.
Right.
Like in general, I think that's the craziest long lasting thing. I think like even now, that's one thing that I think is long lasting. Like you go outside, you see someone coughing, you look.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that's gonna stop for a minute.
Yeah,
no,
right.
it's already been
Or even that, yo,
years,
I never noticed how many men walk out the bathroom without washing their hands.
Bro, yeah.
I'm like, yo, wait, you're not gonna wash your hands?
That shit's sick.
Yeah, so it's kind of like I don't think I was too attentive to that in the past.
Even
Now-
the way people sneeze and shit,
Yeah,
and,
facts.
holding on to certain shit, like doors and shit,
Like
like
that group of people when they call.
Yeah.
that's crazy. Like I don't be on the train, but like people that be on the train in the city, like imagine you really
Show
being
me
as
one,
a so.
So you
Keep going high, and keep going higher too.
Are you heard of something?
Like being on a train and encapsulated, like people, so to speak,
It's a
you
wicked-
know what I'm saying? Like, and even you in your profession, I'm sure things are different because
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. It's a less. I mean, for us, it was a little bit more.
like now there's way more protocol.
Nah, not at all.
Really?
Nah, they try to make it feel as loose as possible, strictly because they want people to get back into the flow of things. So now the people who wear masks are being looked at weird, opposed to when you wasn't wearing a mask, you were
It's the
bucking.
same thing with the MCA because like they have ads. They're pretty much saying like the fucking what's the word the mandate's off, but it's optional pretty much.
Now, back then that wasn't the case.
Well, no, like now though, for instance, like it's people will wear masks. I feel like in society now, I think, are deemed like outcasts now because everyone just wants to push that narrative aside, like, it happened in the past, it's over type shit, which I'm pretty sure it's not true. But shit, wow.
No, I think that was a good question. Something I also want to get
But how do you eat, John? Fuck out of here.
that too. There you go.
How do you demons?
That's the one more.
It's just you, your demons, and you get I just sex bots out there, so
That's a fact.
I would like them to stop liking things up. I'm like, yes, please.
shit.
I just said, please leave us alone.
What the fuck? Betsy.Jesse just like my shit.
So, yeah, like, come
I
on.
click the page and it's whoa. I didn't expect to see this.
Yeah, please.
How they find you?
Bro, I don't know.
I don't know. I think it's all that shit is down. Whoever's fucking IG up, it's affecting all of us.
They ain't hit the Harvard side.
Like, I know we come out Elon Musk, but somebody must have bought IG in secret and fucked it up.
Mm.
That's what I'm thinking, but that's me being a conspiracy theorist. This question, right, I had because something Derek said last week. He said something in regards to like, I'm not really a dreamer. So I don't dream much about, I don't have like dreams. I just like, it is what it is kind of thing. And in my mind, I asked him, hey, do you, like, well, after we left the broadcast, I hate when I realize things and have questions after we leave here. But, you know, that's the joy of being in my head. Do you guys feel like, do you guys ever feel coming up short?
I would say not coming at all.
The way, I don't even like how you, listen.
What?
The way y'all said why, because y'all thought he was saying some shit.
Nah,
I definitely do. My fear coming up short is it's not really centered around like a goal or whatever. It's just centered around when I do go, did I give this shit called life my best shot? You know, so I try to my new way of trying to get rid of my procrastination is like, you can't be a man of your word if you procrastinate. So if I say I'm gonna do something, even if it's for myself, I'm gonna do it. So I hold myself accountable and give myself my word. I don't even mean to get emotional or whatever, but my fear coming up short is like not finding love.
Okay.
Like that's the only thing that matters to me. And I don't really mean like love romantically. I mean just like, do I love what I do?
Right.
Do I love myself? Do I love the people that I hang around and the people that am I around people who love me? So if I don't center myself around the love that I look for, I feel like I came up short.
Right.
So yeah, I do have a fear of coming up short because it's like, it's a form of disappointment.
Right.
But like at the same time, if I don't get a diss like Lashawn, I'm gonna be popping. Tell you right now. Tell you right now, she knows.
So sick when you come back as another guy.
I'm fine, bro.
He might come back as a Bradley and be killing it.
What you mean?
Bradley, you come from a wealthy family on the stock
Oh,
market.
facts. Oh,
See,
nah,
look.
it's lit.
Look.
That's lit.
Then gonna come back as Wonder Woman, not tripping. Look,
I'm gonna make some wonders.
see, look,
man, you see?
see.
But nah, yeah, that's my only fear of coming up short. Everything else is, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Love is the only thing that really matters to me.
Okay.
The way I see it is, because it's been recently with, basically, you're not changing your shoes. So the way I see it with I don't have a fear of coming up short. I just know what I put in is what I get out. So if I, like for instance, if I'm not putting the effort to want to push myself for it, then I feel like it's not right for me to feel like I came up short because I already.
You imply yourself.
Exactly. So.
Do you consider that self-sabotage?
Not self. Yes and no.
So what's the sabotage? What did you sabotage?
I actually put initiatives to actually do it. So like it goes back to if you're not changing.
That can also stem from the anxiety that you develop.
That too.
Because sometimes the fear of not doing something is also the fear of failing. So you rather not try than to fail. So it could be anxiety that, that's preventing you from taking that leap and betting on yourself like, yo, what if I come up short? So you know what? I'm not even gonna do it at all. So I wouldn't say, you also could be self-sabotaging by not even trying or betting on yourself. So it's perspective on which side of the coin you look at.
Of course.
But I figured I'd rather, that was me lying. But It's up to you if you rather have it or never have it at all. Whatever you can live with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a person that I'd rather not have it at all than to have something and lose it or have it and not try. That's just me personally.
Yeah, that's tough, though.
Yeah, that's just me personally.
You know, I 100% disagree with that point. You know that. I think having it at least in the moment, and
Let me be transparent. I bet. Ooh, go ahead, finish that.
no,
Finish
I'm
that.
saying because we literally just having it in the, whether it be in the slightest, whether it be in the long term, having it and then losing it is better than never having it.
No,
to me.
Yeah,
I mean, of course, I know. I already knew that.
Yeah. I put it to you like this. I was in a situation where I felt like I found it. Or found the one. Right?
Let's talk about this, yes.
I felt like I found the one. I felt like, I'd never experienced no shit like this. And to lose it or it come up short, I'd rather not experience that at all. You know what that felt like to me? Chris Paul played basketball for how many years? What years he in? 17, right?
And he stinks.
He went to the finals last year, and he came up short, right?
No, he stunk.
Oh, he came up short, right? But the way his team is constructed, and the way, with sports, you need a little bit of luck on your side, and there was a little bit of luck there. It may not look like he'll ever get back. I would be curious to know if Chris Paul would have rather got there and failed or just never get there at all. Me personally, I wouldn't want to know. I wouldn't want to be so close to what I wanted my whole entire life and never get it. I don't want that feeling. What does that feeling serve me? And I may be jaded. I may be speaking from a jaded point of view, but at the same time, I never want to feel like I met my person or met whatever was for me. They're going to say what's for you, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's cliche, cool. But for it to not to work, what was the point of me to ever experience that? So I'm cool off. I would rather never even cross paths with that person than to experience something like that and then not fall all the way through. So I'd rather not ever experience it.
And because I love you, I want to say this as nicely as possible. I think you're full of shit.
Nah, I'm just staying 10 toes.
I love you. No, that doesn't change. Like, I love you more than life itself. I will do anything for you. But I don't. What?
Lashawn is like.
That's crazy. What y'all doing for Lashawn?
Look at it. And I don't even like how good clap. So I got a camera.
What your camera facing?
Nigga, shoot all the farmers. But what I'm saying is, I don't think any of that you're saying is what you actually believe.
I believe that shit.
No,
I read my journal 2 days in a row. That's how I do. I believe that shit.
And I've been there. Sounds good, but listen to me. Well, listen what I'm gonna maybe I'm projecting or maybe I am speaking in terms of another life experience, right? Because of the experience that didn't work out in our favor, right? And I'm speaking only as men. Experiences have not worked out in our favor. What's gonna happen? That is part of this journey that we're on. That does not make it easier.
Facts.
Let's leave that there because I hate when people make it seem like it's easy that we got. But that's cool. Let's make that the tier 1. But also, for me, I've also thought about like anytime I jump into something, I'm flipping a coin.
I hate that shit.
I know.
Like charge it to the game.
No. Absolutely no. So listen to what I'm saying. Heads and or tails, it's both. We're gonna see what happens, but it's about the other person taking it as far as you are. It ain't about just. It's not like once you're at the point where you're like, okay, I'm gonna flip this coin and make it seem like, all right, are we gonna do this or we're not gonna do this? That's too easy in a conversation because we're already at that point. Or we're like, okay, are we really taking a step? Because now we're at the point where like, does her have a child, do you have trauma, all this other shit. Flip the coin, and then it's like, all right, heads or tails? Am I going to deal with this person trauma, or other things? I'm gonna ignore it. We're gonna just keep having a good time. Honestly, that really be how it be sometimes. Right? Let's say they decide to take your trauma. But then you're still at another risk where it's like, okay, I don't know how deep this trauma is. And you don't know anybody else's other trigger point.
Facts.
The trigger point may be a child. The trigger point may be, hey, you've been to jail before and I got bad credit. The trigger point may be, I get my money this way. Like that. Like there's so many trigger points that have nothing to do with the character of who you are as a person that you a stand-up dude that you may be every single day that may not align with this other person's livelihood that you can't blame that you can't blame that other person for.
Yeah, but you still got the end results. So with those results, it's like right. So it's kind of like,
but once you accept those aspects of yourself, for me, maybe I see that part.
the risk don't be worth the reward.
Yes, it does.
No.
Why wouldn't the reward of somebody accepting all those flaws about you be worth it when you know that you have nothing to hide? 10 years from now, we have a beautiful family. You have a kid, a wife, a son that has a gangster dad. Like, what you mean?
It don't be worth it. All that we talking about coming up short.
No, so in terms of the ideology of coming up short.
No, he's talking from the perspective of he would rather have it and lose it than not have it at all.
Yeah, and I'd rather not do that.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I'd rather not do that.
I agree.
Because in both options, there is no way. We're talking about you either have it and lose it.
He's saying that there's the win because the win is in the experience.
No. For me, no. Fuck that. Fuck no.
What you in terms of
what did I experience?
The ideology of my idea of coming up short. Let me correct y'all real quick.
Well, I think I don't think this is synonymous with that. I mean, that led us here, but I don't think that is.
Yeah. So
One different way.
the ideology of my thing is coming up short is never dreaming at all.
Oh, okay. No, I'm a dreamer. I'm a head ass lover boy.
And that's kind of what. And my whole point was never about relationships, but it's fine we went there because that's a great.
No.
That's an amazing conversation.
Even that though.
But last week we talked about, what did Derek say to me? Derek said, hey, but that's not realistic. And in my head I'm like, who are you talking to? What was the subject?
I forgot what
I forgot too.
I wouldn't have said it if I didn't really believe it.
No, I know you believed it. I'm talking about like, what he said, it was something in regards to like it was, I don't think it was even specific. It was like, hey, if you can have this type of job for 20 years and make this amount of bread, or it's like, all right, I'm gonna do this and maybe I can have this goal in the end, but that's the dreamer. And I said to him, and he said something like, yeah, but the dreamer shit is not really realistic. I said, but brother, I'm a dreamer. We're not here if I'm not a dreamer. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of how I kind of live my life. So,
well, that's a form of manifestation, taking your dreams and making it into reality. So I do believe in.
Oh, I remember kind of what we were talking about.
I was
kind of saying.
I got bad memory.
No, I feel you. I kind of remember. I had a long weekend. It was like, I think it was more so of like, you can have a dream, but you need to be applying yourself to reach that dream, not just like you can't just wake up tomorrow and be like, yo, I want to be the president.
Yeah.
That's not how shit works.
Yeah.
You know, that could be a dream tomorrow, but like that's not how shit works. You need to like apply yourself from early, not even from early necessarily, because it could be something that's attainable at this age, but it has to be like within arm's reach to an extent. Like it can't be like I want to wake up tomorrow and be the president. That's how shit works.
Agreed.
And that's what that when it comes to the dreamer situation, I think that's what it was like. I don't want to say it has to be just attainable because that makes it sound so easy. Because if you're dreaming for it, it's not just easily attainable. You at least have to work for it.
But
you have to be able to apply yourself to said dream, and it has to be achievable.
Yeah, and I feel like that's the manifestation part. You take the dream, you apply it, and then it becomes a reality. You take the visions in your head, you put it on the screen, or you write it down, you see it, follow, make a plan.
Because there are some things that are just not achievable, and that's okay. Like, you know what I mean?
I
think that's what
that may have been what we were arguing.
Yeah, like there are some things that I believe are just not achievable.
And I don't agree with that.
I can't get into the NBA. I like basketball though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
some things are just not.
Some things are just not exactly.
Yeah.
Some things are just
No, you
not.
can't get into the NBA now.
No, I can't get into the NBA. You see? Like
No, hold on. Because if 10 years ago you decided you want to go to the NBA and you did what you had to do, maybe you would have been there.
and get 360 over. I'm 5'5", sure.
Our Boykins was there for 10 years.
Yeah, it ain't.
It's exactly.
It ain't.
So
I get what you're saying.
it's a choice not to be that person. That's what I'm saying. And we're not here in this living room with whatever we got going on. If I didn't think, hey,
All right, so let me even make it more specific to me then.
that's fine.
Because that's a
sure.
I actually am into wrestling and shit, like all that shit. That's like I'm into it. Me personally, if I had one dream job as a young kid, I thought it would be a wrestler.
What would be a signature move?
Pause. I don't even like that. I don't even like that. No, I don't even like the word signature. And the nigga said move. So
That's what it's called, though.
It's crazy. Actually. You gotta stop doing
You don't want me to look at you so I actually get you. I bet. I would look at the window.
Nah, so I would have loved. I think it would be like I would love to be a wrestler because I feel like as a wrestler you can make so many children happy because they look up to you as like a hero. It's like the closest thing to like a real hero. Like that's not like a cop or a firefighter. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the closest thing for like a hero that these kids have that they look up to. Those moments like John Cena is the highest requested Make-A-Wish Foundation person. You know what I'm saying? Like these people really make children's lives just by interacting with them. Of course. Because they look up to these people as characters because they're characters on the screen. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the coolest shit ever. Imagine if you just make a kid's life by just giving him like a fist bump walking into the ring or out the ring. That's crazy. Like those are memories that like last forever and last a lifetime. You have Rey Mysterio be walking the ring, giving the kids one of his masks and shit that he's wearing. Like that shit really can change the trajectory of a kid's life in the sense of like how nice it can be to people. You know what I mean? It's just a young age. It was just like seeds being planted in. So I would have loved to have been a wrestler. I can't be no fucking wrestler, bro. You see me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Not at any point.
Rey Mysterio hype.
Yeah. Derek, at any point, what you just said, you have not said anything why you can't do any of those things.
It's not that you couldn't do it, you didn't apply it.
Yeah, you just said, like, I won't.
Because at
Why?
10 years old, maybe that's not what I was thinking.
Are you talking about age? Yes. At 10 years old, no one can do some things we don't do. But I'm talking about, let's say Rey Mysterio was here at your grown ass age. If you want to do it, it's your choice not to do it.
Everybody wants to live the dream, but nobody tells you how long the dream lasts.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I understand it sucks.
And sometimes some of them dreams need to be started at such an age that you don't even know.
Like the dream, like I can have a dream, right? And I can live it, but who's to say how long this dream was gonna last?
But what's meant for you is also meant for you. I watched Joel Embiid not start playing basketball till 15 years old. I watched Amari Stoudemire not start playing basketball till he was 15 years old as well. Like, my thing is, bro, like and they're not the biggest dudes on the planet. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, what's for you is for you. My mom told me this actually a couple of days ago because we had a really intense conversation. And I'm the one that told her, I said, hey, let me tell you something. When you decide that you want to do something, when you strive for an amount of money, you might make half of that. But at least you're striving. That's what matters. You know what I'm saying?
I actually wrote something down that Bruce Lee says.
Like, you have to strive. If you don't strive, nothing you're doing matters no one gives a fuck.
A goal is not always meant to be reached. It's often served simply as something to aim at.
Man, listen, I tell people that all the time, man.
That's what Bruce Lee said. Shout out to Bruce Lee.
I tell people all the time, I don't need $1. I just need everyone to be good enough to keep going. And everybody in the room, y'all can tell me I'm lying. I just need y'all to be good enough to keep going. I don't need nothing. I'm gonna do what I gotta do to make sure y'all are okay. Once y'all not okay, we're gonna figure out what I can do to make it better.
But like I said, that's
You see what? All right. My bad. My bad.
I see.
See, look, this nigga Joe giggling crazy. Look what I said.
But see, here's the thing. It's, I guess for me, it's the goal that you set for whatever it is.
The goal is the best ever. So it don't matter. That don't matter.
But that's all perspective. So
no, but I said that goal for you. Anytime you walk in the, we just talk.
no, I'm saying, but like,
Okay, all right.
if the two things that we were talking about is A, coming up short, and B, would you rather have something and lose it or never have it at all?
Yeah.
The B part, never having it at all or losing it. Those are two things I don't want to sign up for anyway. Yeah. So if I had to choose the lesser of the two evils, I'd rather not deal with it.
Nobody losing and getting it back.
Nah, that's not what they asked me. So that's not what they say. Would you rather have it and lose it?
It's a loss. Either way.
It's a loss. So if I'm gonna I'd rather lose of never knowing what this shit was like or experience it.
And then your first 3 years is a loss. There's no gain in your first 3 years. I don't care what nobody listen. And you can ask the most successful person in the world. Your first 3 years, you're not gonna see nothing.
Yeah, but
that's just what it is.
Yeah, you usually see like 5 years, right?
I mean that 3 years is 3 years is a grace.
What's the goal? What's the goal?
But once you get to the goal part, it's what you're looking for. That's what I'm saying.
It's actually trying.
There's no universal. Hey, what the goal is? Hey, what's your goal? Then you start talking to your team. Hey, what's Joe's goal? What's Derek's goal? What's my goal? No, my bad. What's your goal? Why y'all doing that?
No, I ain't really.
That's crazy, bro. Shout out to the Fonto.
No. Anyway. Okay, whatever.
I want you to finish your point.
That was it. Look, I spilled it down. No, but yeah. That was it. That's it. Like, you have to look at everyone's goal and then put it into your own. Like, that's it. Like, there is no universal answer.
Of course not. Because then everyone will be put on the type shit.
That's exactly my point.
To going back to the original question, I don't fear coming up short. Because, like I said, what you put out there is what you get. So, like I said.
Did y'all see the Jumbo shit popping video?
Yeah.
Jumbotron,
yeah.
See the Jumbotron shit?
Mm-hmm. What is your question?
How you felt about it?
How I genuinely feel about it?
Yeah, in fact.
I feel like Drake is at a stage in his career where his videos are just like whatever because he knows he can just do whatever.
First of all, aesthetically, I love that he shoots all his videos on film.
Yeah, that's like his new vibe. That's
Yeah.
I think it's the reason why. Like,
Right?
he can just do whatever and it's gonna be cool.
Yeah, facts. But next, so why you don't shoot the videos out for the songs we really want?
Well, this one you have to worry about having 21.
I'm not gonna run the one song. It was old.
It's old,
But the one song I wish he would have done a video for was Not Disturbed.
Yo, I don't think he has ever given me a video.
For a song that you
Wanted, yes.
What video you want for this project? Or would you have liked for this project?
2 off the rip. Spit About You would have went crazy, right? And then Hours of Silence. Hours in Silence would have been crazy.
Yeah.
And then
Video songs, you can tell they're not like video songs.
as luxurious as what's that record, bro? Where it sounds like he's just on a yacht. The whole.
Oh, middle of the ocean.
Oh, they were, yeah.
You always in the middle of the ocean. Why you can't just shoot the video?
He was dead in the middle of the ocean of that video with Pop Down too.
So it's kind of like, yo, damn, like I don't think I've ever got a Drake video from record I really loved, like OD.
I think they had enough of you niggas.
The Pharrell shit, the Pharrell aesthetic was cool.
Show the chain.
That shit was crazy.
But he had a golden PSP.
Yeah, that was Pharrell shit.
Yes.
My thing was like, yo, as a man, how you ask that question?
Yo,
I
You probably blessed him.
no, I mean, it's happened in the past, because I remember what damn, fuck around, I need to know this shit as well.
Look at Joe Wall.
Back in the 90s, what's his name? Slickers.
Mm-hmm.
People asking questions.
Drake is just that one for speaking of,
But like just like pretty much have to stoop down to ask someone.
Yeah.
Look at the meaner type shit. But I mean,
But you also not gonna say no.
exactly.
Pharrell could say no.
So I'm not gonna say no. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and Lashawn Pharrell cannot say no to Drake.
Why not? It's Pharrell.
It's Drake. Okay, we're not doing that.
I love
Lashawn, I love you. There, you're not gonna do that. Pharrell cannot breathe near Drake. There's nothing Pharrell can do in the rest of his career that can breathe near. And I'm a music. That's why we should
We OD. We OD. That's Kojo's fault. We ain't even going to
Yeah, we not gonna do
That's strictly Kojo's
Shout out
fault.
to love him to death.
Right. We not going to say Pharrell can't breathe next to Drake.
I mean, I will say that twice.
I'm not taking away what he did.
You can't do that.
His nerd stuff and everything.
We can't do that.
Look at what drawing the nerd stuff. Like,
We can't do that because you know why? Who asked to wear whose chains?
We don't know.
You think Pharrell say, yo, bro, you should wear my chain?
no, listen.
Well, first of all, I think Drake owns them J's because I think Pharrell must have.
Okay,
you
See, Derek White. No, Derek White.
Wait, no, we
I'm not gonna do that.
We never like Drake got a collection of like memorabilia from like mad other people.
I mean, he tattoos other people on his skin for a living. Don't get me wrong. He does
But
that.
all I'm gonna go on.
There's a reason why he wore the extended weight jacket.
I'm gonna go on the other side and say, hey, listen, I don't care. I really, you guys are an inspiration to me. Guess what I'm gonna do? Still be richer than y'all now, which I'm going.
But that's what I was about to say. I think Drake is the dreamer of the kid who wants to be a rapper or a music artist, and he's just living it out. That's what I'm saying. We're watching him live out
I think
his
that
dream.
goes hand in hand with his style of music videos too. Or probably he just doesn't anymore.
That
I didn't think we were gonna do a deep dive on his music video because I don't think there's a deep dive there.
Nah, it
Because Don't Be Your Prophet is just a music video of him having fun.
It's all BTS.
So what's the problem?
It's all behind the scenes.
And and those are my favorite Drake music videos, to be honest with you. I don't like when Drake tries too hard.
You know,
because-
also do like videographers for the most part.
I mean, fuck them niggas. I don't. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying, like, I don't, what the fuck that? What I'm saying is, Drake is an artist that, hey, I'm at a point where I can just do behind the scenes, and it's fun enough. And Drake makes. I think Drake only makes music for critics when it's fun. And when I say that, hear me out. If Drake decided to stop making music for you critics, there would be no fun.
Yeah, I remember.
I think Drake can make an entire album of conceptual, really good rap music, but he understands that there are critics out there
and it don't
that want something to debate. So I'm gonna make a party record. I'm gonna make 7 party records.
Speaking of party,
Are we? What's it talk about? Shit stinks.
shout out to me. Shout out to me.
So now I'm gonna lie.
He was going crazy. He was going
Me,
crazy too.
me trying an excuse.
He's going.
When niggas find an excuse to hate, I'm with them though. I'm with them. Cause my ex was hyped with some other niggas. I was like,
That's not his ex though.
That was his wish list.
That's-
That was just on the wish list.
You know what I mean? Worship for real?
He got that. He enjoyed the song.
Yeah, we can't even say to that though. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. Like it's maybe we could chalk it up to bad timing, but who cares? That nigga tweeted a
It can't be
lyric.
bad time when the song sucks.
the song won't suck.
The song don't stop.
It's not
The song
horrible.
won't suck.
See what I do? I hate
It's not harmful.
Let's keep it a buck. Do OVO ever release good singles?
That has nothing to do with what I just said.
The song don't suck though. It's just the
It's not the best song
anticipation.
ever.
No, I just put it.
No one anticipated anything because no one promoted it. No one promoted nothing.
The anticipation of Party's music didn't live up to the song. But I'm pretty sure when the body of work comes out, it will be an enjoyable record.
Okay, so let's over with it. Because I believe in my musical ear so much. You see how you believe? You know how what we just said? Believe in it. No, that's I'll tell you that right now.
The three those.
She 4 for 4. Who's the best MC? Biggie, J, and Ice Spice.
She might be
That's-
man.
And she got that song with TJ coming out.
Yes.
She
TJ's in jail. Anyway, like, what are you talking about? Yeah, he's in prison.
did not. It
So, well, he's working on his kid. He's talking about shooting.
Why not TJ? That's not
Same nigga, whatever. I'm gonna tell you something right now. Party has been disappointing for an extreme long time for me at this point.
Single wise, not body and work.
Body of work.
When was the last body work?
Party Mobile, wasn't it?
Yeah. No, that big ass.
Or the pack shit they put up, but I think those are like other songs that came out.
Party Mobile then.
I think it was Party Mobile. I think it was.
Drake has come out multiple times said, I'm not blocking Party from shit. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. And I will promote it. So that means Party is just not in the space to release music. He's not about to get my co-sign. If you're not, yes, what?
You don't need it, bro.
100%. But if you're not in the space to release music, leave us the fuck alone.
Party came out in 2020. In 2020.
Yeah.
That was someone's project.
Y'all like it?
Yeah, it was cool, bro. Loyal was fire.
What else?
That record with Rihanna was dope too.
I don't know the songs.
That shit was tough. His single, the OVO single choices don't hit.
Do you think OVO sat there and picked your single? Let's be honest.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
the music industry. You've been in the music industry.
I'm
Let's not do
just
that.
saying what comes out from
I'm
them.
asking you, do you think OVO picked that single from what
No.
you know from the industry?
No, I think the label gives them freedom of choice, and they need to take that freedom.
And that's what I want to hear. And that's what I want to
So
hear. The entire OVO lets them do whatever the fuck they want.
And that's
so
good.
Party giving us some ass is some ass.
It's not ass, bro.
That song stinks like
The
shit.
same thing happened with Division. His last project.
Yeah, that first single was
It was ass.
Like,
but it was
And there was major rollout.
the body of work was good though,
hold on.
and it kind of fit once you.
What is Derek's point here? What is the division point here?
The point that the single that came out, everyone was
Stunk.
critiquing.
Yeah.
And then when the whole project came out,
It was mid.
solid project.
No, it was solid, bro.
I don't think it was the greatest thing ever. I think it was.
Do you like Division last album?
The Visions last album, yeah, I fuck with it,
You
bro.
like it? Like you think it's a good album?
I don't think it was better than the Muse album at all. I don't.
What about the album before that?
The album before that was the Muse album.
No, I'm talking about the album. Not
I think
the album before the music.
Just out the
Album.
morning after.
I'm not sure the names. I'm talking about the album before the music. The album.
The morning after.
Okay, what about that?
I think that's a perfect album.
I'm saying. Do you think this is better than those last?
I don't. But I also don't think it's bad. I don't have to think it's
No, I agree. I don't think anybody think it's bad.
but I think it's a strong body hook metal.
I think that. But my point is that initial single led me to understand where they're going with this album, and that's why it's just not as good.
You don't know that. It's just the first single.
I mean, we might not even be all that. You got your division example is what is the point of that?
It might not make it on the album, bro.
I mean, then I mean, as a market,
It's just
release
a
it.
warm up. You know what I'm saying?
This is getting.
You leave the warmest on SoundCloud.
I'm trying to think of singles that were on the album or that were on the album, but the body of work was actually good.
I think that happened recently too.
I just want niggas to get back to begging.
How we all do, man. I hate
This toxic shit is not really it, bro.
These niggas love that shit. You still love Black Panther 7.
Black Panther 7.
With the soundtrack?
Nah, they love when she. No, they love. They
I
more.
don't know Namor. And
They love Namor through Lakanda and Namor. When they were getting all the girls, they love it.
No. Like, you sure? Is that the toxic you're referring to?
No, not even that. I just want niggas to like. It's okay to like. And I'm not saying this to be a pick me, but that's the best R&B we have ever had. Like just being in love. You don't even just lie. Just lie about it.
Y'all niggas can't lie about it.
They say Karen, New Edition lied every day, B.
They ain't feeling.
Bobby Brown did whatever he wanted and was.
Yeah, but them niggas have life.
You want motherfuckers to go back to like Simon Campbell? Like,
Seven Campbell his record now. I've seen.
Oh yeah, he was on.
Yeah, he had enough.
one of the Braxtons, right?
Yeah, he was with Tamar Braxton. He had enough. He was like, "Yo, bro, I know it's me."
I get it though.
Can we talk? I get it.
Yeah, I get it. But like, please.
It could happen, but it's society, bro.
Yes, facts.
It's just
Well, if women start giving niggas second chances after they beg, what's the point of begging if I'm not gonna take me back? So fuck that shit. I'm just saying, I'm not begging if I'm not gonna get a second chance.
shit, because then I look like a fucking.
That look crazy.
But before you attack me, because I know. Then obviously in the other perspective, and when we got that, man.
Nah, fuck that.
You know, I'm
They
just
give more chances
playing
to the
devil's
toxic.
advocate,
They
though.
give more
I'm
chance.
playing
They give more chances to the toxic shit.
I know.
So if niggas is gonna lean into that, then you know.
I always say this. Listen, you're gonna. It's either gonna stay or gonna leave. There's nothing I can do moving forward that's gonna change your mind. So let's not waste anybody's time. Hey,
Heard that dick, John.
no, I'm not. I'll be honest, bro.
That shit on the table. You say, yo, you either forgiving me or you not. Either way, this
But
shit.
that's honestly. Or you just don't do it. Like you don't do it, you forgive me or not. Look at me.
Big John from the East Side boys. That nigga say, yo, you forgiving me or you not? Alright, but you see this shit here?
But thank God my girl has the same perspective. I forgive you or I don't. If not, we not finna waste nobody's time because everybody gotta get to it. We gotta figure it out now because she gotta get a new man, I gotta get like, let's not waste anybody's time. Like, cause that's just like, it's weird now.
It's a show that's weird.
It's weird. We're getting old. Like at this age, we can't be. I can get over it or I can't. If I can get over it, okay, cool. I wish you nothing but the best. No, we together. Cool. Don't do it again. Cool. If I can't get over it, I wish you nothing but the best, and that's fine. We don't got no kid. Stop. What the fuck we arguing about?
Type shit.
What's the problem? It's not what's the problem. I mean. But yeah.
I'm all for it if motherfuckers started going back on that type of time. Because I fuck with Future and the toxic shit, but it does get tiring after a while.
Yeah. And it's not even realistic, bro. Like,
Yeah, because it's like, yo, motherfucker, you ain't on that type of same type of love.
facts.
I'm not gonna go on for sure. Yeah.
Why Frank Ocean up there?
Oh, so we're in music. So we skipped Frank Ocean. Apparently, he's saying he's coming out with new music. He's a headliner of Coachella.
He's showing up.
Yeah, he going perform.
I'm showing up.
I mean,
He ain't show up to
you niggas can believe it. Go ahead.
he ain't show up to not Travis shit.
He didn't show up to the last Coachella.
He did?
No,
And then he didn't show up
he
to
just didn't come.
he didn't
Someone
show
had to replace him though.
No, Kanye.
Oh, that was.
Oh, Cuddy. And they was it?
And they threw fucking bagels at Cuddy.
Or was it Kanye?
No.
No, it was Kanye who didn't show up.
Yeah.
Cuddy came out on stage.
Frank Ocean didn't show up to something recently.
The Tyler the Creator shit and Drake replaced him.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, they booed Drake because he sagged out the house.
Hey, y'all niggas for real? They got him back. The nigga to wear his chains and Drake is getting booed over Frank Ocean? Bro, come on, let's be. You know what them girls be saying? Yo, be for real. Like, let's be for real, bro. Like,
Nah, the problem
not
with
gonna disrespect for real like that, bro. Like, let's be for real.
Nah, people were expecting Frank to be there. I remember because he had a
They
good
sold
fun.
out. Yeah.
So people were expecting him to be there.
Are you guys big Frank Ocean fans so far? I say what I say.
I mean, I am, but you can still say what you
I didn't.
I will. I want y'all to be bigger Frank Ocean fans so I can.
No. I didn't.
Just music?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really.
Because I don't give a fuck about none of that shit he's talking about.
And I think You
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
don't like the English music?
I don't care. No,
crazy.
I don't.
Damn, bro. That's wild.
I like his debut mixtape.
Like, what do you even think?
Yeah.
His dick. What the fuck? What?
That shit was crazy.
Why are we comparing to the
That
great?
is timeless music, bro.
That nigga got some great ass.
We all cried, John.
Who? Frank Ocean never made me cry. They my life.
I'm like,
Nah, you ain't never listened to Novocaine, boy.
I'm just gonna do it.
I listen to Joe. I listen to Joe Budden version.
That version, though.
Shit, if we ain't never get that Novocaine, then Joe would have never freestyled on that. So, you know what I'm saying? Take the good with the worst.
Yeah, but Joe got you know. I understand that. What's Frank talking about?
Same
He
shit.
made great music.
Pretty good
He
music,
made great
bro.
music.
He do.
Actually, none of y'all niggas tweet about how y'all want it.
What?
Oh, they call us fast.
Yeah, boy, my bad. I said pause music.
But you know
I can't pause
what?
music.
You know what he did do? I think he did sacrifice his music career
Yeah, to go out.
to get out his deal. Yeah. So I don't.
Never saw this
Yeah.
exclusive shit.
Yeah, I don't shut shit
I
for that.
don't give a fuck about none of that. Nigga, no.
Some of my favorite artists have given us bullshit music just to get out their contract.
Wayne?
Ross.
Ross.
Ross has given us 3 bad sacrificial albums, bro.
Okay, let's use your Ross example.
Okay.
If Ross gives us another bad album, then that means Ross is just bad. So we don't know that yet.
No, what I'm saying is artists have sacrificed their catalog
I agree.
to get out of their deal.
I'm saying we don't know the Ross answer until Ross gives us another album.
Same thing with me then.
No, Meek shit stinks now.
No, it don't. That shit. The back half of that. The back half of that.
Yes.
That back half of that project. He went on a run.
Lashawn.
No.
I know you well enough to know that you even telling me back half of anything is not good enough for Meek Mill.
Bro, the back half from Expensive Pain, starting from maybe tweaking down 12 to 18, he went on a run. Tweaking, Love Money,
If you want to
Blue
see-
Notes 2,
if you-
Angels, Cold Hearted 3,
you
Ain't No
want-
Flame Is Fall. That was one hell of a run.
I will take your opinion and go back, but what I will say is, if in my head it's 6 out of 18, that's a bad album.
Nah, I feel you.
6 out of 18 is bad for me.
I mean,
So you're not looking forward to Frank Ocean music? Anyway.
Me, I have not been the biggest Frank Ocean fan of my
I'll
life.
check for it.
I'm checking for it.
But I do know that he's a great live performer, so I can understand why people are buying.
Motherfuckers is gonna pay $600.
That song Godspeed is the soundtrack to every
Motherfuckers
fucking
gonna pay $600.
No, but that's a normal record we all love.
That is not a normal
Nah,
record.
bro. You gotta think of R&B stuff.
I'm talking about what everyone would love. That's a great record.
But you don't love it, so everyone knows.
yo, but there's a
No, I do like that song.
There's a point in time where our ear don't grow with the artist.
Exactly. That's what I'm like.
That's not the artist's fault though.
Like there are points where whole maybe rappers some shit that we understand that the youth is just not gonna get it, and that's okay. We should still have the.
No, what I'm saying, our ear don't evolve with the artist. So
okay.
their first shit is our best shit, our favorite shit, because that's our first introduction to them. And when they no longer on that shit and they elevate, it's like, yo, now go back to the old shit. That's unfair to tell somebody to revert back to their old ways. If they
Well,
not
I think that's
anymore.
that's still a block because everybody's adapting right now.
Yeah.
Everybody's adapting.
Fuck that though. Motherfuckers gonna pay $600 to go to Coachella and sing
I am not.
Friday.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I will.
They gonna cry their hearts out and then Bad Bunny go.
Unless I work my ass to the most amazing media events.
Yeah, but Frank Ocean and Bad Bunny is on the same night, right?
Yeah, bro, they're both headlines.
So Bad Bunny is the headline. Let's not do that. Bad Bunny is the headline.
Bad Bunny is.
I'm pretty sure on the pamphlet is Bad Bunny.
I don't care what the pamphlet says. We
Who got the
know.
bigger phone?
They both at the same.
Who got the? Oh, so they both had lines.
Bad Bunny's the biggest star though.
100%.
Bad Bunny is the bigger draw. He's the bigger artist. And Bad Bunny got men and women.
So does Frank.
No, what I'm talking about, that's up in his section.
Nah, Bad Bunny's the headliner.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bad Bunny.
Frank Ocean got.
When is it?
No.
Oh, no, they're not on the same night. They just on the same bill.
Yeah, they took different nights.
Oh, I thought they was the same
Nah,
night.
no,
Oh, I ain't go- that's a freaky ass night. That's a freaky ass weekend.
You feel was one thing and the next day you go,
Nah,
That's a freaky ass weekend.
Frank Ocean is on Sunday. Bad Bunny is kicking it off on Friday.
Yo, that's a freaky ass week. And then you got a day in between the not be freaky.
Blackpink. I don't know who Blackpink is.
Oh,
He's
fuck that
a
nigga.
rock star.
Whatever. That means you got a day between and not be free.
rest.
Oh, they bugging. They bugging. All right, cool. Never mind.
Did you see the lineup for the Lowe's and Friendship?
I did see that,
that's
man. That shit's crazy.
It's pretty much almost.
That's Usher shit. I didn't know that was Usher shit.
I think he just got ownership because it wasn't his before.
It was like, well, it's fun.
It's Usher.
Yeah. This is all in one day, bro.
Usher,
May something.
Boys to Men.
May 6th. It has, just to give you a list of names, it's all in one day, by the way. This is all on one
Are you
Saturday.
sure it's one day?
It says Saturday, May 6th. That's all, the only day on this.
And that shit is usually Virginia, but
It
somebody
says
like Sean.
Nelly, Busta Rhymes, Master P, Sean Paul, Shaggy, Beanie Man, Missy Elliott.
Romeo with me there?
No, who? Missy Elliott, Mariah Carey, Pitbull, Usher, Christina Aguilera, Summer Walker, Janae Aiko, Miguel, Party Next Door, Bryson Tiller, 50 Cent, The Diplomats, Nori, Chingy, Young Jock, Baby Bash, Bow Wow, Lil Kim,
I hate that
T.I.,
nigga.
Soulja Boy, Boyz II Men, Omarion, Jagged Edge, Remy Ma, Genuine, Wayne Wonder, Chris Brown, bro. Everyone is here, though.
No letting go. Wait, what the?
May 6th. Hold on, wasn't May 6th after night?
Saturday, May 6th. That's crazy, bro. That lineup is ridiculous on one day. How you
How many
like,
stages they got?
they gotta have at least like 4 of them shits.
4 months from now.
That's crazy, bro. Shout out to Usher for even getting that lineup.
That's a good lineup. I want to see Usher.
They must have had the most nonsense.
So that's I want to say that surpasses fucking Rolling Loud type shit.
The amount of
Towns.
talent you gotta, yeah, that's crazy.
That's
Yeah, the faggots thing.
hot.
I mean,
Where? Supposed to
the it all been based on the sponsors. Who is sponsoring this
They
fucking?
didn't have any sponsors on that.
I mean, they wouldn't. They're gonna wait till they get the money. It's probably liquor and all
So
that.
that's like my whole iPod catalog.
Facts.
From like
High school.
yes.
Yeah.
Damn, son.
Yeah, shit, wicked, bro. I mean, shout out to everybody on Rolling Loud, whatever, Lovers and Friends. That shit's great. Because we were supposed to go to the Virginia one.
That was one. Was that the
For us, that was for us, shit. Oh no, that was something to the water.
They got canceled though, right?
Okay, yeah, somebody got shot.
So no, but the last Lovers and Friends show, the first one.
Yeah,
because the last one might have been the first one, but the one before that, one of them.
Yeah,
canceled.
I think the first one.
I think it was COVID year when it
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah, COVID year and somebody got shot and they had it the year after and I was like, I'm good.
That lineup's crazy though.
Shit in Vegas?
Yeah, it's the biggest.
I got film.
It's all over. I can't remember what you want to do. It hurts. So anyway, what else we got? All right, let's get out of music. LeBron is gonna pass Kareem. There's like 300 points left, so that means you got 10 games, pretty much. You max.
Hopefully you do it in New York.
Yeah. Does that put LeBron ahead of anybody for y'all?
Bro, LeBron's in.
LeBron solidified. Bro, I used to
Okay, so where does that put LeBron for y'all? That sounds good.
He already solidifies himself.
As
But LeBron might be the greatest basketball player of all time. Might. Like if someone like was to tell me that, like I wouldn't argue. Like you, what am I to say?
I used to hate him. We have a friend.
Statistically,
We have a friend who was a big LeBron fan. I used to hate LeBron before his second ring. But after that man has my respect.
like what more does LeBron have to do for me to make him and rather be like the GOAT? You know what I'm saying?
Is
Like,
it the greatest? That's what
the greatest of all time. Yeah, like what more does he have to do for me to label him as the greatest of all time? Because then you gotta look at what do you label as the greatest of all time.
God, what do you think, Lashawn? Who's the greatest wrestler ever?
Michael Jordan.
Okay. Why? As opposed to LeBron James. I'm gonna say why. That's too easy.
I think Mike did more in less time for me, in my opinion.
He did.
Which is a fact.
He did.
I think he did more in less time. I'm not gonna do the competition thing or whatever. I just think that it's hard to erase the blueprint to a lot of it. I think what LeBron did or is doing is astronomical.
At his age, bro.
At his age, it's just
We got games, and I love. Bro, I can't front. I hate that I gotta say it. I love FanDuel because it pushed me so much into liking basketball.
yeah. 'Cause you You still gotta support.
Exactly. So I support. So I've been watching multiple games, and obviously Carly's like not hitting, but but seeing LeBron, bro, go off and like after night dropping 30, 35, whatever X amount of rebounds and assists at his age, and then comparing it to 20 years ago.
So you gotta think about it this way. Statistically, he averaged his numbers is a triple double. He got 10K assists, 10K rebounds, and over 30K points.
That don't make him the best. Cool.
But what he's done,
John, we almost done, so I don't mind if I get kicked out at this point. I think it's super like Kobe, bro.
No, he hasn't.
What? Yo, bro.
We can fight.
Yo, bro.
We can fight about it.
Yo, bro. LeBron has lapped Kobe so many times.
No, he has not. I think it's not even close.
That's so.
Yo, LeBron has done
No, he has not.
way more than Kobe can imagine, bro.
And here we are to understanding the value of things. And because I love you, I'm gonna tell you how
Kobe is more valuable than LeBron.
$150.
Okay. Yo,
Valuable in what sense?
what aspect? Yeah,
basketball?
Do you think LeBron's gonna win another championship?
they should not.
No, in life. In his
Yeah,
career.
for sure. Hell yeah.
When?
Hell
I think
yeah.
he has another one.
Hell yeah. He got another one. With the Lakers, absolutely
I'll
not.
be honest with you.
So you're telling
I'll be honest with you, the level he's playing basketball right now, I don't think he's retiring unless he wins another ring.
Yeah, facts.
That's a fact.
Or he's playing with his son, regardless.
No, that's gonna happen.
That's not happening.
I'm asking if LeBron is going to win another NBA
Yes.
championship.
Yes.
And
You guys think
is
that LeBron James?
he is going to play with Steph
Bro, he just won.
on the same team.
I'm a Lakers fan, so I'm the biggest.
No. And he's not staying with the Lakers. That man, I firmly believe he's gonna find a way to play with Steph, and they gonna win one together.
I do, Joe. All this wild shit. I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. I need you guys to understand something. Please.
How is Kobe better than LeBron?
Oh,
In what way?
pick. Which one y'all want? Y'all want me to understand how LeBron won't win another chip?
Both.
Without the Lakers, or he's better than Kobe? Pick one, because I got it. I got them both.
Answer both.
Okay, cool. So we'll do the Kobe thing first. Do you guys think how difficult your championships are matter?
Yeah. Oh, you mean the value of the chip?
I'm saying, like, let's say, for example, do you know the way we don't value Tim Duncan's championships?
Who don't?
The general public, not you.
Why wouldn't they? Tim Duncan resume is better than Kobe.
But
Is this conversation?
That is wrong.
Is this conversation?
Yo, we not gonna do this. We not gonna do this. If I put Tim Duncan's resume on paper next to Kobe's resume
That's
on
fine.
paper
That's
to
fine.
a person that don't know who resume that is, they are gonna take Tim
But that
Duncan's
just-
resume
that wouldn't-
every time.
but that wouldn't-
Kobe's resume is nowhere better
that
than
would
Tim
not
Duncan.
make sense because context matters to everything.
Yo, bro, do I have to read Tim Duncan's resume?
But Sean, context matters.
I've had basketball arguments with John, so.
The context doesn't matter because we've had that conversation as well. The context matters in winning. If
Tim Duncan is a better winner than Kobe Bryant.
They both
has Tim Duncan won by himself?
got 5 championships.
Kobe's never won by himself. We're not gonna do that.
Compare David Robinson to Bob Gasol. Don't do that. Let's not
This
be.
nigga is not serious. This nigga is not comparing the Admiral to Paul Gasol.
You're doing that.
All right,
if
bet.
anything.
If we're gonna do that, let's compare David Robinson to Shaquille O'Neal.
Well, we're talking about two different eras. What are you talking about?
No, it's not. It's the same era. Shaq played against David Robinson.
I'm talking about Kobe's by himself as opposed to Tim Duncan. Kobe beat Tim Duncan and David Robinson. Yes or no?
Yo,
Yeah, that's a yes or no question. Did he not beat both of them?
yeah, Tim Duncan.
All right then.
Tim Duncan beat Kobe and Shaq.
What happened?
Tim Duncan beat Kobe and Shaq.
And then Kobe went and beat all them niggas again.
And then Tim Duncan did it again.
With Malcolm on beige ass.
Tim Duncan has won in, I think, what, 3 generations? 3.
Kobe won every generation, so that's the only way.
No, he only won in 2.
Kobe beat LeBron, Shaq, and himself, I guess, because according to 2K, Kobe has his own generation, so he beat all of them.
Tim Duncan's resume versus Kobe Bryant.
Come on, guys.
The soft championships.
Kobe got 5. No, the only debate is Tim got 5 too.
Was this conversation leading to you, Val, determining the
Tim
value?
Duncan got more final MVPs.
That's nonsense because Steph has lost to Andre Iguodala, so who cares?
Tim has more NBA MVPs.
Which we all know that's because Kobe got a case.
So Tim Duncan has more total share wins.
So it's like,
Okay. I mean, Pop doesn't lose, so well, that's,
Yo, bro, stop the bullshit, bro. Yo, Kobe not. I never got
it's tough. I feel like
I mean,
But LeBron,
he has more share wins than Shaq too. With everything. So what?
Tim Duncan is better than Shaq.
That is
No debate.
Well, I mean, he has more rings than Shaq, so I can't debate.
No, we're just talking resumes,
I
bro.
wanted to know.
Yeah, the
That's
rings
a
of
facts.
Tim Duncan doesn't have a better resume than Kobe. But Tim Duncan has
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
You put Tim Duncan's resume on the screen, and you put Kobe's on the screen. Somebody, and you tell a little kid that loves basketball, which
and-
one of these careers do you want?
And that's my problem.
Without the name,
Right there.
they are going to pick Tim Duncan's
Right.
resume
Hold on.
all the time.
And right there is my issue. Let's say you're on a sports podcast because it's easy to say these things on a podcast of uneducated sports people. If you're on a sports podcast and you decide, hey, if I had to pick one basketball player and who I want to go and decide I want to spend the next 10 years with, I do not think you're picking Tim Duncan. I think you're coming
Tim Duncan all the
I
time.
think you have.
Y'all looking at
And here we go.
Y'all looking at
that is what it is. I'm thinking Kobe
Y'all
Bryant is in
thinking
the
Randy. Y'all thinking Afro. Y'all thinking I am taking. Yo, first of all, Tim Duncan is the greatest power forward of all time. Kobe is not the greatest shooting guard of all time.
Kobe Bryant is arguably the greatest player ever. That's the difference.
Yo, Kobe Bryant was a mimic of somebody else. Would you rather be the originator or a copy of somebody else? I am going to be the originator, none greater. I am not going to let somebody say, yo, you like that nigga so much you started sticking out your tongue like
Would you rather be the copy of Michael Jordan or the copy of West Side Gun? What are you talking about?
What does that got to do with this?
I'm saying Tim Duncan.
Yo, if Tim Duncan...
Who's Tim Duncan the greatest?
All Tim Duncan had to
Ewing?
do was to be a
Fuck outta
fat
here.
nigga, bro, and everybody would have been on his dick, bro. The nigga is a corny baggy pants wearing a 7X shirt and he's already 6'10".
Tim Duncan-
Nobody wants to be like
Tim
him.
Duncan being Patrick Ewing's side chick, no one gives a fuck.
Yo, bro, all I'm saying is
No one gives a fuck.
we are talking about the sport of basketball, the resume, the
And
career.
what I'm telling you is Kobe Bryant is better than Tim Duncan in every aspect.
You're bugging. Yo, bugging.
he's down.
I wanted to know if you were leading to the value of the ring at the bubble not being significant when you brought up this
LeBron.
the ring.
No, my thing is this. It kind of leads into what we just talked about for 40 minutes. I think that LeBron has the greatest scorer of all time but LeBron, in my mind, I mean, he's played the longest. And it kind of led to the conversation we've been having: does circumstance matter? Because to me,
If that's the case, everybody would say Kobe had the ability to grow because he had a
no,
prime
listen. This is what I'm saying is, I think a lot of championships differ, right? So Dirk's championships against Miami is one of the best championships of all time.
No, that is the greatest ring in sports.
That's all. So that's my point. Dirk's
I don't think
championship,
there's a ring better than that.
even that point. I think that championship is one of the hardest championships that anybody's ever won. The Cavs championship against the Warriors is one of the top.
Probably two. That may be even one. Matter of fact, that may be one. That may be one. He was down 3-1 against the greatest team assembled. Okay.
One to me. Hold
Kobe
on.
never did no shit like that.
Hold on. That's one to me. You see how niggas look? That's one to me. So LeBron, 3-1. Dirk's coming back.
Yeah, that's two. Yeah.
That's two, right?
Yeah, that's 1 and 2.
Right?
That's definitely 1 and 2.
Kobe
LeBron has the greatest
Kobe
ring.
being down 3-2 to the Celtics with no number 2 for real.
He had Pau Gasol.
Okay,
Talk about me and
and this is where it gets weird because
What do you mean? Yo, we not gonna do. Pau Gasol's a Hall of Famer.
Or Spanish offense.
do you pick Scottie Pippen or Pau Gasol?
Pau Gasol.
Do you pick Dwayne Wade or Pau Gasol? No, wait, wait, oh my God,
I don't like Scottie Pippen. So
I'm gonna do it.
I don't like Scottie Pippen.
You pick, that's
I
not.
don't respect niggas that
Do you
own Scottie
pick,
Pippen.
do you pick Dwayne Wade or Pau Gasol?
Dwayne Wade?
So that means the two people you would have ahead of him are people you would not put ahead of Pau Gasol.
That don't matter. What does that have to do? That's not the circumstances. We talking about.
No, the circumstances were those two niggas.
You said Kobe didn't have a number 2. He did.
Those two niggas were actively playing when Kobe got there. That's what I'm saying. That's it. Kobe got there with them two niggas existing on those teams. That's a fact. There you go.
What does that have to do with anything?
That means Kobe was beating the shit out of them at his old age.
Beating who?
Clearly, Dwayne Wade at the time was on the Heat.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the other person I said? The other nigga was on a team when Kobe was on the Lakers. That's it. That means Kobe beat them already. I got to the finals at my elder age. So I'm ahead of them on the stratosphere.
Hell no, John.
Oh my God.
Whatever you drinking in that cup,
Oh my God.
it's fucking with your brain, bro. Like, for real, put the cup down.
I be thinking John had ball basketball tape. Let me him go back and forth.
What? Yo, bro, Kobe,
That nigga.
God bless the dead. Kobe is a legend. I'm not going to disrespect.
Kobe is,
But Kobe is number 1 on for what? In what? He's
No,
not better than Jordan.
stop.
So he's not even the best at his position.
Kobe is number 1 on only my list. I'm not gonna say that for anybody.
Yeah, Kobe's number 1 in your
That's bias. No, exactly. Let's say that.
That's fine.
Only number 1 number.
That's fine.
Bias, me,
But
John,
that's an
bias.
emotional.
That's it. Emotional
That is
bias,
not
John.
factual.
But I can say that Kobe has won with the least amount of help equals everybody I love. Simple.
You can't say that, bro.
Why not?
The nigga had Shaq, Robert Ory making some of the greatest shots and one of the biggest cheating scandals in sports with the Sacramento Kings.
Did you ask Robert Horry on your team?
What are you talking about, bro?
If Robert Horry was a big factor, have you ever requested him to come on your team? Is he a free agent I fuck with? No. So cool.
So you talking about because of recruit? That's the
In terms of Kobe playing with Shaq, I 100% agree with you. Kobe played with the most dominant big man ever in life. There's no debate. Cool. Let's
when
do
he
that.
was trash.
When who was trash?
When Kobe was trash. When Kobe was chucking up air
In
balls.
2003, Kobe averaged 28.
That is 2003. When did he start? Pull up Kobe.
2007.
Kobe did not start in 2007.
He came in 93, so I mean, don't you? I mean, Kobe came in
97. Pull up his rookie numbers.
They sucked.
Okay, you know why he had a grace period? He was behind the most dominant nigga for a while, and nobody was checking for him when they were supposed to be Shaq and Eddie Jones.
And then Tim Duncan.
And then he developed, and it was like, okay,
Yeah,
you know, I would turn out great too if I had time to develop behind the greatest, one of the greatest centers of all time.
You love me on the podcast because Tim Duncan came in with a 7 already won a championship. So whatever.
The Spurs did not win a championship.
You love
prior to Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan won their first championship.
Excuse me. Tim Duncan won a championship with the MVP of the league. So that sounds good. But anyway, because I want to have the conversation off camera. Because we don't have enough time for this. But also, my overall question was, does that put LeBron top 1 or 2 if he passed Kareem?
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, no,
Because he passed Kareem?
No, he was there already.
There's a multitude of reasons.
Yeah, he was there already. I think LeBron's statistic is now, you know how they be like niggas is stat padding?
I was literally just thinking that.
Yeah, he's just running on the scoreboard at this point.
In every category.
Yeah, so it's kind of like,
Because he can't.
matter of fact, at this point, all he's doing is making the argument harder.
Why don't you guys have another Russ?
Excuse me?
So Russ? Because he's on a decline.
Yes, Russell Westbrook.
He's on a decline now.
Yeah.
What you
Wait, Russ is on a decline now. What you mean? What? The man is coming off the bench. He's on a decline.
No, yes, Russell Westbrook's not playing as well, but I'm saying like when Russell has been on the incline for the last couple of years, why don't you guys celebrate in the way we celebrate LeBron right now?
Because his incline ain't LeBron incline.
Word.
Yeah, he won.
He's averaged triple double for the last 3 years.
Okay, that's cool, but
No one has ever done that in life.
that's not cool.
No one has ever done what LeBron has done.
Period.
What do you
So
mean?
we're not gonna compare it.
True.
The incline ain't the same incline.
You comparing a 4-year run to a 20-year run? John, John, put that juice down. Put the juice down. Tripping, bro. You gonna listen to this in the morning when you sober?
I don't think so at all.
You cannot compare
because I wrote this
Russell Westbrook's run.
I'm not comparing them. I'm saying that
You see why he's not getting the love that LeBron getting for his for
he's fucking ass,
those lower inclines are two different inclines.
Way different.
They're just two different inclines.
And he didn't win anything, bro.
And on top of that,
see, I would accept that.
And
He hasn't won anything. You're telling me that Russell Westbrook has not done anything in the last 3 to 4 years. I'm like,
He had.
and then they just said either, bro. Let's keep it. The
if
bar
LeBron doesn't win a championship, what is the difference?
The bar is low.
He already has 4.
The bar is low for
How many LeBron has? 4 or 5?
LeBron has 4.
4? Exactly. He already has 4. If LeBron doesn't win another one, he has 4.
He's fine. Agreed.
Yeah, he has all these numbers.
So my thing is, with Westbrook has been doing what people think have been impossible for the last 5 years.
But that bar is still lower.
And LeBron's impossible.
No, I hear
if you
that.
compare it, impossible.
I hear that. No, LeBron's impossible.
Let me ask you a question.
No way you can
if somebody put LeBron's resume on the screen
come on.
versus Russell Westbrook's resume on the screen and don't type your name,
I'm a Lakers fan. I'm not a Russell Westbrook fan. So I understand.
but who are you picking?
I picked the resume that gets me a win every time. So that means LeBron James. So
You pick the resume that gets you the win all the time?
LeBron James, yeah.
Then you take Tim Duncan's over Kobe's.
No, we're not.
Because he has a higher win share. If you're gonna take the wins all the time, that's what I told you put that juice down.
I'm gonna
Put the juice
No, I'm gonna fuck you up right now.
That's crazy.
So,
Who you
what
gonna
did
take?
he just say?
No.
I'm gonna take the higher win share.
I'm
Who's
gonna-
gonna
no.
get me a win?
I'm gonna let him finish.
Who has the higher win share if you care about winning? Who has the better finals record? Tim Duncan or Kobe?
Tim Duncan, for sure.
So if you're taking the wins, would you rather what win? How many? Yo, take that.
I'm gonna ask you one more question though. I'm asking you one more question. When it's time to hit the game winner, who are you gonna ball to?
Tim Duncan. Have you seen Tim Duncan game winning shots? Tim Duncan.
Go ahead. Lie.
Wait, hold on.
Lie, man, Morris. Lie, man, Morris. They're like, on. What y'all like?
He's
Go ahead.
You're trolling anymore. Second of all, I don't think the answer is as sudden as you think it is. Like that answer, I don't think that answer should be answered as quick as you think it should be. Because I'm not going to jump in and say Kobe. I understand why you jumping and saying Kobe, but then you really gotta.
Hold on. How many game winning shots?
I do not care where
I just checked. Tim Duncan has 9. So I just want to see how many Kobe has. I'm pretty sure it's more than 9.
That's definitely more, man.
You niggas is choosing Tim Duncan to win your game as opposed to Kobe Bryant?
Depends on what game would happen.
It doesn't matter what game you have.
It does.
I don't care if it's backgammon. I don't give a Kobe the shit. What are you talking about?
But you saying
Okay,
that?
so Kobe has 14 compared to Tim Duncan's 9. It's not like that's a wide margin. You making it seem like, Tim Duncan has 2 and Kobe has 30.
Lashawn, if you got 6 more contract jobs than me, that's supposed to be
I
14.
bet. Listen to this.
You whoop my ass. Exactly that shit.
Cool.
If you got 6 more Spotify contracts than me, as opposed to 14, you beat my ass, nigga.
I bet. You staying on that? You 10 toes on what you just said?
100%.
LeBron has 17 to Kobe's 14.
Oh shit, that's tough.
That's all.
Well, it's not because he has less
That
damage.
nigga left him in everything.
Except-
That's all. Yo, bro, I just asked if you stand 10 toes.
I do. No,
So
that doesn't change.
LeBron has more game-winning shots than Kobe.
Well, he has less championships. So what that
He's not
mean?
done yet.
So, but you just
How
also
many
said
does he have?
before that he wouldn't win anymore.
One left.
One left.
But you also said he wouldn't have any more. That's so you
We're on
want
the Lakers. Because I definitely said
No, you said
going to
on the Lakers. You said he wouldn't have any more.
he's on the Lakers. I don't think he's going.
Okay, so if LeBron don't go to the city, all that shit is nonsense.
So you come on, bro.
So you only put
He said that. He said that. I didn't say that.
So you only putting this on championships? You doing the championship argument?
No. It's not.
Okay, so
No, the championship.
that's
I
irrelevant.
think that Kobe has more championships. I think that Kobe has done more with less. I think that LeBron has won with D Wade, and I think LeBron won with Chris Bosh. I think Kobe won with Pau Gasol.
Are you dumb?
I don't like that moral. Let's.
Are you exactly? This nigga took Daniel Jones.
This nigga was on the Cavs.
You see how many people he took to the finals?
He didn't win with any of
Kobe couldn't get past the second first round was Smush Parker.
I be Smith Parker. I'm dead.
So LeBron has done more.
No, call him.
LeBron has done more with less because he's went to the finals with people you don't even remember.
Did he win?
That nigga went with Daniel Marshall or whatever the nigga, Dargo Marshall, Audrey Marshall,
LeBron with Kyrie Irving,
Brad Marshall.
LeBron with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love. That's a fact. All niggas you talking about, them niggas have won championship. And
He did more with. We're talking about more with less. So
we're talking about more championships. We're talking about championships.
Yo, bro, I thought he said more with less.
You gotta have this on.
Yeah, we got. Hey, let me.
I know how this goes because we've gone to arguments when it came to KD. I know how this goes.
No, because the thing is, Lashawn agrees with KD, so it won't work. So
No, it's okay.
I don't even want to argue.
I understand how the arguments go.
He think KD great. I'm like, he's.
KD's amazing.
But
He might be a great scorer of all time.
I think he runs from the work.
He heard right now, don't come back.
What you mean he ran from the work?
Well, I wish we had 3 more hours of runs.
Okay.
LA coming back.
Oh, for sure. Party. I don't like his record. Y'all like it? No.
Shout out to me.
See you, no, he hates it too.
Oh no, we passed the music shoot. Okay,
All right, cool. Listen, I love you guys.
Oh wait, no, you should shout out your own girl.
Who was wrong?
Ashley.
Ash.
Oh, shout out to Ash. Shout out to We Talked, of course. Shout out to her signed to Iron Athlete. I love you more than life itself. That is my family. That's my sister. Shout out to Ash Nicole Moss. Guys, go watch Iron Athlete Season 4. Ash is one of the hosts now moving forward. That is all I got in terms of that. If I miss something, Ash, you can DM me and curse me out. I don't tell you. But I think that's what we got. Unless you guys have something else, we're gonna end with words from Ty as we always do. And I want to say I love you guys. Thank you guys for consistently supporting, loving, and listening to us. We'll be back next week as we always will be. And also, more life, more everything. That's something we want to live on and stand on. There we go.